And we're live. Okay. Welcome back for session 7 of the Wandering Players. Before we get started, let's do a quick round of introductions. Name and character being played. I'm going to start in my order of my screen. So, Bog, why don't we start with you?
Hello, everybody out there. I am Mark Schilling, and I play Bog, who is a socially inept but quick learning lizard folk cleric.
Excellent. Ian, as you take us.
My name is Steve Murray. My character is Ian Nile. He is a human paladin charlatan.
Molly?
Hi, Molly. I play Fletch, the Kenku druid. She likes to mimic and hangs out with Duros.
Who is a human variant ranger who likes to shoot arrows at things.
Sometimes more well than others.
Someone had to say it.
Yep. Vibrant.
He also enjoys a decent glass of wine every now and then.
Especially if it's made of mushrooms.
Yes.
Vibrant, what about you?
I am Mike Pelletier. I am playing a tabaxi who is a little obsessed with dragons and has a, tailed companion.
And Jay?
I am Jason. I play a wood elf monk. And my girlfriend who will be joining us later, who's feeding our baby. She plays a cat rogue thief trickster.
And I'm Ray, and I'll be your dungeon master for this session. Real quick, before we get completely started, I did want to, just for this stream, because we're going to be utilizing both these tools, just give a quick shout out to both Owlbear Rodeo, which will be providing our virtual tabletop for today. And we're also utilizing, finally, the Sirenscape Online beta player for the game music and sound. So any of the audio that you hear in the background will be courtesy of Sirenscape. So with all the promotional copyright stuff out of the way, let's recap where we were last time. We found the party within the Mountain's Toe mine, and as you surveyed the carnage of your last battle with the various orcs and the ogre and the wild boar, the chamber you were in began to collapse from the impact of both the combat and the magic that was being utilized. Duros, Fletch, and Snapper, who, we're not going to forget this time, so Snapper is there, were separated from the group on one side of the collapse, along with Ian momentarily. Hearing that Duros and Fletch were alive and would find a way around, and then eventually regrouping with Ian in the tunnels, the party of Bog, Vibrant, Deimos, and Juniper moved forward deeper into the mine. As you explored the tunnels, within one particular area, you encountered the corpses of dwarves and an orc. As you noticed the corpses were partially eaten, you were suddenly attacked by not one, but 2 carrion crawlers, which had made their this tunnel their nest. After a tense battle, you defeated them, and in a weakened but undeterred state, backtracked to one of the chambers you could secure for a long rest. After sharing some stories, and Bog providing Deimos with a carved orc bone spear, you continued on into the mine, where you encountered an additional group of orcs standing guard outside of 2 doorways. There's a picture of the spear for those following at home. Dispatching the orcs quickly, you discovered 4 dwarves, exhausted and starving, one of which was actually missing a limb, who had barricaded themselves into the room, both for their own survival, but also to keep the orcs from fully taking over the mine itself. After exchanging what might be loosely defined as pleasantries, as well as some rations and mentioning of King Korbaz and Nurkly, the dwarves lowered their guard, and the assistant foreman, Dundle Earthhorn, told you that as the mine was overrun, they'd retreated to this chamber to hold the line till help could come. They were representatives of the Darkstone Minerals Mining Company, but several of their fellow miners, including the mine foreman, were taken prisoner by the orcs into the lower level of the mine, presumably to mine the veins of gold that would be found there. After some negotiation, a fee of 40 pounds of gold was offered if you could rescue any of the Dwarven brethren yet still alive, and clear the remainder of the orc threat. Bog mentioned that Duras and Fletch were still separated from the group, so Dundle sent the youngest of the dwarves present to try to recover them, while the rest of the party prepared to delve deeper into the mine and finish off the orc threat. So with that, we're going to pick up with Duros and Fletch, since you guys were separated after the cave-in. And here's your general position. So we're going to do a little bit of a flashback back in time prior to the long rest from the other characters. But you find yourselves, if on the map, you guys are these little icons all by yourself by the circle here. Oops. So which would you like to backtrack in the tunnels? How would you like to proceed?
Now we're completely blocked off.
Yes, there's no. From what you can, when the room collapsed, the rubble appears to be too dense for you to move further forward. You can hear the muffled cry of Vibrant on the other side asking you if you were okay. You were able to respond in kind, but it doesn't appear that around or top you could get over this rubble.
Okay, so I guess we'll backtrack then. It's kind of the only option, right?
Okay, so as you return,
Start digging.
you could start digging. So as you backtrack, you ultimately find yourselves back into what was the entry chamber. This is where you had first encountered the orc guards when you had entered the mine. The other rooms you had already cleared. And there's one pathway forward at this point, unless you would like to leave the mine entirely and leave your party to whatever fate they may have.
We will charge forward.
I'm trying to offer you options here, so it's.
All right, guys, been fun. See you later.
Peace.
So as you move forward, the mine tunnels are fairly consistent. They all kind of look alike, but as you move forward, you come to a crossroads here. The exploration of the right tunnel, you quickly realize that had resulted, in a collapse from the other chamber. So there's no way to press forward. You can really only go north at this stage.
Let's do it.
Follow the path.
So as we get up here, you actually find another chamber here. This chamber that you find is a storage room. Now, one thing to note is there are food stocks. There is fresh water that's actually been contained in barrels that's readily available. But this looks like
the
they're all
bodies.
mining provisions. Actually do a investigation check for the room just to see if there's anything else of prominence or note.
Oops. Okay.
15.
15? Okay. Fletch, what about you?
18.
Okay, 15 and 18. So between the two of you, as you search through the provisions and the food stocks, you do find what appears to be the one healer's kit.
Ooh.
I'll take that.
Excellent. So add that to your inventory.
You're just gonna snatch it?
Yeah.
That's rude, but all right.
Do you say that to me?
Yeah.
Gibbs.
I hand it back to you.
No, it's yours. All right, so we're gonna keep going then.
So as you move forward, and let me continue to clear the map, you come into another split tunnel. What you find, though, is that the tunnel, again to the right, is actually... Sorry, I'm trying not to move my map so much. Is actually blocked, again, appearing to be from the resulting cave-in in the other room. So you're able to find yourself moving northward. And you find another room. The door is opened. By the way, this is accelerated. If we were together last week, you would have been taking a lot longer to do this, but I wanted to get you caught up to the teams. But so this room appears to be, for lack of a better term, a bedchamber. There's a number of cots situated within the room. Some foot lockers that look like they've been broken into, and the contents of which have been scattered, clothing, those kind of things. But the cots themselves are in relatively decent condition. This would be
investigate.
You may.
14.
11.
14 and 11. You do manage to find a couple pieces of copper, 2 pieces of copper, which, kind of underneath a pillow
Fine.
somewhere. Maybe it was the Tooth Fairy. But other than that, nothing else of significance in the room. At this point, though, you're starting to feel rather tired. The room itself doesn't appear to have any other openings or ways to move forward. So if you want to, you could settle in for a long rest to kind of think about where you want to go, recover your hit points and your spells before continuing.
Yes.
Okay.
We are sleepy, and we would like to sleep, please.
So you take your long rest, you recover all your hit points, recover all of your spells, and when you awaken the next morning, or not really morning, you've lost sense of time actually in the mind. So when you awaken after your 8 hours of rest, roll perception checks for me, please.
I got a natural 20, so 23.
Nice.
Ooh.
He's clearly a more
22.
A 23 with a natural 20 and a 22. Excellent. So as you're putting things together and you're starting to try to figure out where to go next, right? Because all the turns have lended to be dead ends. You hear what sounds like the shifting of stone in the southeastern part of the wall.
Let's go check it out.
Mm-hmm. We'll just make the sounds back at you.
Yes.
At one point.
Let's go check it out. Squeak, squeak.
Squeak, squeak.
So you look at the wall and you start to move the cots out of the way so you can get kind of a clearer view. Roll an investigation check for me.
11 for me.
13.
11 and 13. It takes you a little bit of time running your hands along the wall, but you find what appears to be a seam around a square block. The block itself would probably be about 3 feet by 2 feet, so rather large. But you start to brush the dust out, and you can tell that it's carved and there is a seam present.
What do you think?
Can we like look for traps or detect magic or anything? Is that where the sound is coming from?
It is where the sound is coming from what you could hear. If you'd like to look for traps, you can roll an investigation check specifically for that.
I got a 4.
Looks pretty safe to you. That's yeah.
I got a natural 1.
And to you, it looks even more safe.
We're going in.
So how do you want to try? So the block itself, again, there is a seam. So how do you want to try to move it? It's in the wall itself. Do you want to try to wedge something in? What are you thinking?
Just see if it pops.
I mean, yeah, I guess we'll try to push it first.
Okay. You attempt to push, and it doesn't move.
Okay. Can I wedge one of my short swords in there?
You could certainly try.
All right, I'm going to try to do that.
Okay, so roll a strength check for me.
Helping you.
It's D&D. You can do whatever you want. Just depends on how well you roll.
Oh, that's a 9.
That's
Can
a
I
9.
help him?
Yeah, go ahead. You roll as well, and we'll see what the combined totals are here.
I got a 20.
So we're just
Wow.
like,
So Durish, you get the sword blade into the seam, and you start to wedge it, and it moves just a little bit, but then Fletch comes up and grabs the other side, and you're pushing, she's pulling, and with that, you see the stone shift out, an inch or two from the wall at an angle.
Ooh, keep going.
All right, let's keep going.
So give me another strength check.
Oof. Got to start working out more. That's a 6 for
20.
me. 20 again.
So thankfully,
Sorry,
Fletch has been lifting, and I think with that new primal cannibalistic diet she's taken on,
All that protein.
you're able to finally push it, and it's about a 5-inch thick block, and as it moves back, you can suddenly feel a bit of a gust of air coming in. There's definitely a tunnel behind the stone, and now you can actually get your hands in and start to slide the stone back.
Slide the stone.
Slide the stone, and can we see through here?
So are you wearing your newly acquired lenses?
Yes, I am.
Just reminded you have those. So,
Yes.
so as you peer in with your newly acquired dark vision, which by the way is taking a little bit of adjustment for you. You're not used to being able to see in the dark.
My poor retinas.
You're also it's also interesting because in darkness you can't really make out a lot of color. It's more almost like a black and white kind of scenario, but you can definitely see much more clearly than you could before. But as you peer in, what you see peering back is the face of a young dwarf on his on his hands and knees, as if he was about to open said block. But he looks at you, and you come face to face.
Hey.
I'm sorry. Are you are you with the lizard and the cats and all those others?
Yes, we're familiar.
Oh, perfect. So if you don't mind, I just can I come through, and he starts to kind of push forward out of the tunnel and stands up, and he dusts himself off.
Is there a lot of room in here, or is he like?
Well, so you were at the entrance. You kind of opened it and peered in, and here was this dwarf inside the tunnel itself. So you hadn't gone in just yet.
Back up.
Yeah.
So he brushes himself off. So my name is Farkham, Farkham Burrower. It's a pleasure to meet you. And you can see he's a dwarf on the younger side. His beard is well trimmed. And relatively short. It's red in nature. His actually has a pair of goggles above his eyes. They don't look as nice as yours, Duros. And he's wearing minor clothing, a leather apron. He has a small pickaxe at his side. And
I want to. I'm going to introduce the two of us in dwarf to him.
Excellent. You want to? Actually, I want to hear you do that.
I don't know how to.
How to really speak Dwarvish?
Just give me your best. Come on.
Your best Gimli impression is what we're going for.
I'm Scottish.
Do I speak English?
You can just speak English. Yeah, we'll pretend it's Dwarvish. Come on.
Hello. This is Fletch. I am Duros. Pleasure to meet you.
So Farkham seems legitimately impressed. He kind of steps back for a second, nods his head, and replies in Dwarvish as well. It's very nice to meet you. It's your accent is very thick, but your Dwarvish is impressive.
And I say hello, new friend, also in Dwarvish. But I think my
Let's hear it.
All right, fine. So I'm gonna pick up on Duros' accent. You're like, hello, new friend. Wonderful to meet you. Always need more friends.
Very pleasure to meet you as well. So she could talk, and looking at the bird person, but again, just surprised, but in a pleasant way. It's not obviously
a long story.
I hate to rush you, but there's your party is about to assist us with some rescue and extraction of the. So if you wouldn't mind coming with me, and I apologize, the tunnel's a bit of a tight fit, but we included these for safety purposes in case any of the tunnels collapse. We can always connect them, and also somewhat for security. So just come with me, and he goes back down, and his little dwarven rump in the tunnel leading you along. And you find yourself very quickly, it's only about 10, 15 feet across the tunnel. You find yourself now in what is this room. Here. Which appears to have been like the foreman's office or the overseer's office for the overall mine. You see paperwork scattered across the desks and so forth, but Farkham's already on his feet and at the door, beckoning you to follow him.
Right, let's do it.
So it doesn't take very very long. He leads you through the different windy, twisty tunnels, and soon you hear in front of you the distinctive sounds of your party's voices as they talk amongst themselves. And the rest
Are we walking by corpses?
You are. So as you go, you at least in the early part of the tunnel, as you round the bend and you start to hear the voices become distinctly clearer, you do see some orcish corpses that have been set aside into the edges of the tunnel, so in various states of slaughter. And it appears to be fresh.
That seems
ones.
about right.
And so Bog and Ian and Vibrant and Deimos and Juniper, as you're starting to prepare and discuss what to do next, you hear Duros and Fletch and Snapper, led by this young dwarf, coming up to your party.
Bog. Wait, can you hear me?
We can hear you. You don't have
Perfect.
to. Yeah.
Bog, like a Great Dane puppy who hasn't seen its master for a week, charges at Duros and Fletch, knocking anyone and anything in his path out of the way, grabs Fletch and picks her up with one arm, grabs Duros with the other arm. Duros, your head's probably closer to a lizard man's armpit than you would want it to be. And he goes, "Hey guys, look! Fletch and Duros, they're alive! My culinary linguist friend and ranger buddy are here!" And he kind of gives a group hug, and he's like, "This is good, Simonaya, my goddess." And he kind of looks at each of them "Yeah, that's my goddess. Yeah, she's the goddess of survival. So we gotta all make sure we survive as these, various encounters and series of events happen. Kind of like a Survivor series. Yeah. And then he realizes he's probably crushing the life out of both of them and puts them down very quick. And he'll give Snapper a little scritch on the head.
Good to see you too, buddy.
Fletch makes her happy little squeaky sounds, and Snapper is giving little rubs against his legs.
Oh, and then he quickly points to Fletch and Snapper. "Hey, Fletchy, Snapper. Save some orcs over there for you if kind of feeling a little bit hungry for a quick snack before we leave, yeah."
Fletch says, "Yeah, quick snack." And we go over and do some nibbles.
And just a reminder, so at this point, Fletch and Duros know nothing about what your plan negotiated.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask what we missed
Quick snack.
while they're eating flesh.
Apparently the orcs have overrun this place, and we offer to do them a service of clearing them out while they seem to not be able to handle the situation. So since we're here, might as well help.
There's money involved.
They are paying us a little bit, so that'd be nice.
You want to help these dwarves?
Yeah, we're gonna help these dwarfs.
Okay. I'm assuming by her eating of the flesh that we're in.
The covenant is sealed, apparently. So both groups have had long rests recently. After actually, you had a long rest and then you had a combat. Did you take a short rest after you defeated the orcs in the hallway?
I assume we could say it's a short. We can just do a short rest, just because we're probably sitting here talking while they were catching up. So you say it was a short rest.
Okay, so if anybody wanted to do any hit die, or if you recover any abilities during the short rest, go ahead and mark that. That's for Bog, Ian, Vibrant, Deimos, and Juniper. But at this point, the party is back together. The dwarves offer you just a little bit of guidance in terms of the lower level itself of the mine, and the older dwarf, the assistant foreman that you had spoken to at the beginning, comes rather gruffly, but it's about 120 feet to the next level. Then it's going to open into a large chamber. That's where most of the mining activities are. It should be, I hate to say it should be relatively straightforward. But again, any of our brethren that you can bring back alive, while also removing the threat, we will be grateful, both in what we've agreed upon, but also our thanks and appreciation.
If your family is down there, we will try our best to find them.
Very good. And he then goes back in with the rest of the doors into the rooms that they were in. You hear the doors being barricaded again, and you find yourselves in the hallway, ready to proceed. What would you like to do?
Let's head down. All right.
Down the hole.
Orc fashion time.
Okay.
Time to get money.
So let me change this.
Here to chew gum and kick ass. We're all out of gum.
Yep. Okay, so you follow the passage downward, and you can see that there's well-worn trails from where they've hauled up different wheelbarrows and mining carts of ore. But you descend deeper into the mountain's toe. About 120 feet, the downward angle of the passage lessens, and the shaft opens up into a chamber. And there's the chamber. Let me go ahead and put you guys onto the map. So we have, let's see here. We have Bog. We have Fletch. We have Deimos.
You say this is a big shaft?
It's a fairly large shaft, so you're looking at about 15 feet wide, which is fairly sizable considering where you've been. This chamber itself, each of the squares here is about 5 feet, so you can do the rough back of the napkin math there. So you're in about a 20 by 25 foot room.
It's a big shaft.
Yes, it is, and I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to take advantage of that. Yeah.
Don't engage.
Ranger, Rogue, and we finally have our last.
Some might say that dwarves are compensating by the size of this shaft.
So, dust lingers in the air of this room, but from further ahead, and let's see if we can actually get the Sirenscape to work the way we want it to.
You cueing the drums.
That usually means there's a boss battle coming. Don't do that.
Yeah, so from further ahead, you can actually hear the sounds, the constant sound of picks against stone. Occasionally, you also hear a sharp crack as if a whip is breaking. And you hear the sound of muffled voices ahead.
Is it lit?
It is not lit.
It's very dull, actually.
Can I do produce flame?
You may. So you cast your produce flame. You have your little flame in your hand. And those of you
Or
with
anyone else who can't see in the dark.
so
I have the night vision goggles, right?
yeah, so you and Duros
Okay,
both
it's just
have
comforting.
the goggles.
We do.
No, I don't think you do.
Oh,
No, there were just 2 pair. Duros and I got the 2 pair.
Yep.
I'm
So maybe we
assuming
should go first.
if we keep the marching order the same like we've normally been doing, it's probably going to be Bog or myself up front. With I'll probably take the lead if it's a little darker down the hall, just because I have natural dark vision, so I won't give away light producing down a hall immediately, and I'll see what's down the hall.
And Bog is going to hold off on casting light on his sword so he doesn't give away their position going down. And he'll just literally tail Vibrant.
Okay, so I've got Vibrant in front with his dark vision. I've got Bog behind. Who's behind Bog?
I'll be behind Bog.
Okay.
I'll stay in the back because I don't want to give us away with my light.
You also have a wolf.
I do have a wolf.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're wearing night vision, we should probably be
Jennifer is going to be behind me.
carrying the bright ass light. So maybe
It's just a little hand flame.
It's just it's just a small flame. It's a dull, yeah.
Yeah, it's not technically.
I'm not like the even
night
star.
vision. Yeah.
So Fletch is in the back. What about Duros and Ian?
I mean, I'll squeeze in where I can fit without poking anyone's eye out.
I'm trying so hard not to engage on any of these.
In the shaft.
So, Vibrant and Bog, as you're moving forward, give me a. Are you doing so quietly? Are you just charging forward?
I will.
Quietly.
Yeah, same. I'm just going to be trying as stealthily as it were.
Okay, so you know what I'm going to ask for then for both of you.
Yup. I got a 14 on the stealth roll.
Okay.
Dirty 20 on the stealth roll.
Okay, excellent. So the two of you start to move forward about another 30 feet or so, and you can start to see, especially you, Vibrant, with your dark vision, the chamber opens up significantly. And within the chamber, there's a lot happening here. So what you can see as you move forward is you see, first off, several orcs within the large main chamber.
Which one of you cowards just crapped my pants?
There are 5 orcs that, unlike the ones that you'd faced earlier, they appear to be armored in like a half plate, and very soldier-esque in their posture and demeanor. You also see a large orc, which appears to be barking orders at the dwarves. That's the one that you see highlighted in red, by the way, at the very top of the field. His broad shoulders are covered with a gray pelt of an animal. It appears to look similar to Snapper's pelt in some ways, if in terms of what an animal it might have come from.
Oh no!
But
So
at
Snapper's brother.
Snapper gets advantage on that attack.
maybe. But what you notice as well about him is his head is completely shaved and very pointy ears are prominent, and you see scars on his face. But at the ends of his fists are 2, one on each hand, large spiked gauntlets with these gnarled, curled blades at the end that extend past the knuckles. Also, very hard to miss, you see a large orc, a large ogre, filthy, just in terms of covered in dust and dirt, even more filthy than what your normal ogre probably would be. And you see that this ogre is lifting boulders from along the walls of the chamber and stacking them into a pile on the other side. So as things are being moved and shifted, he's clearing the path by moving these large stones, which from what you could tell would be several hundred pounds easily, but he's picking them up with ease and stacking them.
Is he bound or chained or anything like that?
He is not. He is not. Beyond them, you can see 6 dwarven miners, and those are the ones in the gold that you see at the top of the map to the northeast. They all appear to be exhausted and emaciated. 4 of them continually swing their picks, a very slow, methodical cadence, primarily due to the exhaustion itself, and look to be mining a rather large vein of gold. The other 2 that are there are tasked with picking up the resulting ore, and they're filling 1 of 2 wheelbarrows with the ore that they're getting out of the vein. One of the armored orcs suddenly cracks a whip, and you recognize that as the sound that you heard in the tunnel, striking one of the dwarves who was loading the wheelbarrow. "Faster, dwarven scum! Load the ore!"
Okay, so both me and Bog this is what me and Bog are seeing, right?
Correct.
All right, so Bog's gonna hear me start talking to he appears talking to myself when he's talking to Taylor. Be like, yeah, we should you can't go back and tell them. I will have to take you back, and yes, we will tell them everything that we see right now. That's a good idea. And then like Taylor's gonna like turn, look at Bog, and kind of like nudge, like kind of like poke to him, and then just follow us back. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna follow us. We're going. Sorry, and just keep. All right.
You want to have any sleep spells? Sleep dogs.
No. Change that out, actually.
Thumbing through my bingo book.
So yeah, we'll head back, and I'm assuming if Bog follows, I'm heading back to go tell everyone roughly what we see, the quick lay down. Did I notice if there were like stalagmites or anything hanging above in the ceiling area in this place, or is it just kind of clean cut?
It's clean cut because it's been carved as opposed to natural. So yeah, so no stalagmites or stalactites. You do see a number of debris, and then there's these two grayish pieces to the north and to the south of the ogre are just large mounds of stone.
Okay, so they'll go all the way up.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so we'll relay that we seem to have found some of the Dwarven workers, and there are a fair decent amount of orcs and 1 giant ogre. So we found the party. We weren't invited. Sad.
So that I'm clear, these gold circled icons are...
Those are the dwarves.
Those are the dwarves.
Just like in real life, you want to keep the gold safe.
Keep the gold safe.
Yeah, those are the friendlies. So, yeah.
Do we know what ogres like to eat?
Everything?
No idea.
People?
But
is there?
You want to?
Is there some?
Who's the ogre expert?
Way to lure
I was
one or
say,
2 of them over to us.
I can speak orc, but I don't feel like that's going to come in handy right now.
Bog will chime in. Well, I know it's not like in a swamp, but if we make some kind of noise, yeah, maybe we can lower a couple of them through this tunnel, kind of like a choke point. Now, when they do that, I can fill that tunnel with fog, yeah, so they won't be able to see what they're doing. And then we can ambush them as they come through, or just hit the tunnel with a lot of big-time spells, yeah. Kind of narrow down the odds before we start, kind of like a Royal Rumble in there. Yeah, that's what I think.
You notice that Vibrant and Taylor are nodding, like, yeah, we're about this. Like,
Fletch is jumping a little bit, and she says noise, and then says which sound, and then makes like whip crack sound or rock crumble sound or a very low like screamy sound.
Brings me back to
when she does when Fletch does the that noise, I actually kind of nonchalantly cast prestidigitation on it, and it echoes throughout the cave. So right as she does noise,
why don't I say,
and it echoes.
Why don't I say help? Why don't I say help in orc? Have her repeat it loudly, and then you push it.
Sounds good.
All right, let's do that.
Before we do that,
Teach me how to say it.
Go ahead, Deimos.
we should plan our attack.
I have a plan, and it's action.
Good. You want to be dead, but okay.
Yep.
So,
Bog kind of like taps on Taylor like a microphone, trying to be subtle as possible.
He like kind
You
of.
don't know how all this is gonna go.
He's like, all right.
Can you maybe like tell the guy that you're attached to? I don't know which one of you is the boss here. That like I like the action part, but like as I understand, like a plan means we actually like think first. This is probably why you don't see too many tabaxi in the mirror of dead men. Yeah, wouldn't last very long like that. And he's like, I hope I didn't poke you in the eye or anything. Like, you don't have eyes, do you? And then he just kind of walks away, like still trying to figure out why he talks to the tail or if that even worked.
Been alone for a very long time.
do orcs have dark vision? Do the ogres have dark vision?
Yes.
Damn.
How far apart does Duros need to be to use his arrows?
30
How far
feet.
back? How much?
5
30
feet.
feet.
Yeah, he has to
I can
be
use them
within-
in 5 feet, but
Why don't we have Ian and Deimos move up closer to the opening and have Duros hang back?
well, I think the initial plan is to lure them into the hallway, and then anyone that's got spells or ranged attack lights up the hallway. Right? That's the essential plan.
Yeah. If we form a net around them
Lighting it
and
on.
lower them into the
Distract us.
cavern that we're in, and we
Don't have
can
it.
surround them.
Don't have that kind of time, I don't think, to set up a net trap.
Tonight
What?
they dine in hell. That's it. That's the plan.
Hold the line.
Not at all.
Hold the line.
If we extinguish if we hide in these corners behind these rocks and whatnot, and one person echoes that whole ogre help thing, and they run back in.
Oh, so you want to surround them in this little opening?
Exactly.
Yep.
I mean,
And
I
Bog,
mean, I think the plan is to get them not all the way into the cavern. It's to continuously crush them in the hallway so that they get stuck, as opposed to moving them from one open space to another open space.
You think we're gonna call? You think they're all 7 of them are gonna flood this hallway?
I doubt that.
no, but we can
exactly.
separate them.
That's the point.
Yeah.
well,
There's like 6 of us, 7 of us, and if 2 or 3 of them come in, and we all focus our attacks on 1 or 2 of them at the same time, and just fell them very swiftly.
Yeah, that's the plan.
so
That's what we already said, yeah.
Yeah.
Fog will let you know that a fog cloud heavily obscures vision, so you're probably not going to be able to aim and hit anything with an arrow, but they're also not going to be able to, see us. So you're going to have to just cast like spells that hit an area in there, and then he'll also, suggest that, maybe he'll like hide off to like the side, like the left or the right, and then if only like one orc comes, we should maybe let him get all the way through and then try to ambush him quietly. If like more than 2 or 3 start coming down, Vibrant, whoever's looking that has the dark vision, will kind of like tap Bog on the shoulder, and then he'll throw up the fog cloud, and then the casters can have at that area.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So I'll look at Fletch, nod.
All right.
Okay. So before we jump in, first off,
Initiative rolls?
we're gonna get that in a second. Where's your positions in the room? Because I've heard a lot about surrounding, that kind of thing. So let's do marching orders first. So if we're looking at the map, who's where?
So I'm pretty much going to be where I'm standing, but I'm going to be hugging that wall.
Oh, left or right? You probably do the
Left wall.
Okay.
Left wall.
You and your left walls. So we got you right there. Perfect.
Yep,
Okay.
west wall. Yep.
Bog, where are you going to be?
Bog is going to be literally like just one square over to the left, next to that big boulder and behind Vibrant.
Like right there?
Yep. So he'll be within, tapping range of Taylor or something, so he knows when to hit the cloud or just wait.
Okay, Deimos, where are you going to be, sir?
I'm gonna be on the right in front of the smaller boulder, around the corner.
Okay, so
And Juniper is going to be right behind me.
so about right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then look right.
Looks about right.
Okay. Fletch, where are you gonna be?
And Snapper.
And Snapper.
And Samper.
It's
a package.
The package. Probably so the big boulder by where Bog is, just on the other side of it, the west end. But so there's the big boulder, yeah, just a little bit further back, one more diagonal, like hugging that wall.
Okay. Duros.
All right, so I'll take basically, like if they're coming through the hallway, the wall straight back.
So you want a good angle for any shots, right?
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Okay. And Ian, where are you gonna be?
I will line up 5 feet to the right of Duros in that other little recess.
It's about right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have order. So now give me an initiative roll. Because this is probably gonna happen really faster, so I want to get these out of the way. So initiative rolls. Well, hold on one sec. Don't give them to me yet. I'll call them out when I need them. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna read these off in order. I've got them in my tracker. So Duros, what was yours?
18.
Deimos,
8.
what was Juniper?
4.
Ian,
5.
Fletch,
I got 15.
Vibrant,
18.
Bog,
18.
All right. It's orc bashin time.
We're
Unless they have
we're
an
an elite
18.
club of 18s.
Okay, so we have initiative established. Everybody's got their order now, because there was a lot of plans. So tell me exactly what you're doing. You're going to say help in Orcish.
Yes.
Fletch is going to mimic that. Vibrant's going to use
Vibrant's gonna boost it.
prestidigitation. Okay.
And then Bog's laying the fog down.
Bog's got the fog. Okay.
Do we want to say help or do we want to say food?
Fletch is gonna have to scream that louder because I'll make a noise that's gonna accent the fact that something's happening to an orc.
Do
I
orcs
can
typically
also
ask
make
for help
the
or
sound
do
of
they
rocks
typically
falling.
call out for food?
I'm gonna just make a loud noise down the hall that's gonna attract their attention, and then Fletch can shout help in Orcish
So
I can also,
because I can only use presentation pretty much within 5 feet of me, or like on myself, or I can touch you and you can do it. Pretty much.
I can also make the sound of rocks falling or like a cave in.
I don't think they'd respond to that. We still need to say like someone's voice, or otherwise
Well,
they're just
yeah,
gonna think
but if you're saying a
something's
combination of there needs to be a sound and then an orc, if we're
Well, I
doing
got-
both those
I
things.
got that noise. I can do that through presentation.
Or should we do like a little girl's voice?
Yeah, did anybody here speak Dwarvish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should probably say it in Dwarvish to make them think they can get another slave.
All right. I mean, are we all in agreement on that? Is dwarf better than orc right now?
You think orcs ask for help?
I mean, if they're,
They're
in,
being
like,
crushed
No.
by
yeah.
they're being crushed by boulders. I'm assuming they might.
Yeah.
Work. I mean, let's pull the trigger on this plan and get
Go.
moving.
So
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Fletch
tell me what language.
orc.
Do you want to do
Just
dwarves
screaming,
Orc.
screaming Klingon.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, so Fletch, for your cry that you're trying to mimic, give me a deception check, please.
Deception.
Ooh, I have plus
I rolled a natural 20, so 23.
Fire over there.
Wow, wow.
He's using
Okay.
the auto rolls too on the
Suck
on
at
the app.
orcs.
Yeah, they're popping up on our screens.
Okay, so did you did Orcish or did you do which did you do? I'm sorry. Five.
Orc.
Okay,
Let's do it. Orc.
Okay.
Light it up.
And Vibrant, you're doing which with your prestidigitation? You're doing.
I'm
that's a lot of
making
syllables.
a loud noise that's going to sound like rocks crumbling in the area.
Okay, so Fletch, you mimic to the best of your ability, having heard some of the orcs in the past in the battles, and copying what you've heard. You cry out in Orcish, help! Obviously in Orcish it doesn't sound like that when it's whatever. Vibrant creates the sound of rocks falling, and with that, those of you watching, so Vibrant, Bog to a lesser extent because Bog doesn't have dark vision. But Vibrant, you see that the 3 orcs towards the back all turn towards the sound.
Okay.
2 of the orcs look at the one of the orcs and point towards the tunnel, like, go check that out.
I'll make and to further it, I'll make an illusion with presentation to make it just look like dust is kind of blowing out of where the collapse was.
Okay. So you see one orc moves down into the opening of the tunnel here.
All right.
We should wait for him to come further down the opening of the tunnel.
You said they have dark vision, right?
Yes.
And Duros is kind of on the opposite end of the hallway.
Yeah, he's down at that far southern end. I mean, he has dark vision though, so he can see. Yeah.
Well, dark vision is within 60 feet, so they probably would spot Duros.
Right. So as soon as he's coming, I'm giving you the benefit of he's coming into the tunnel. Do you want to do something before he basically sees a whole bunch of people lined up?
I'm gonna hug the wall, and I'm gonna have if it's only the one, Taylor's gonna give like Bog like kind of like the hold motion, so that way he doesn't cast his fog, and I'm just gonna let him get past me. And when he gets past me, I'm just gonna crack him in the back of the head with Talonbreaker.
Okay, so as soon as the orc hits into the tunnel and he starts to see this collection of people due to his dark vision, he screams back over his shoulder, "Intruders!" and he drives in. 2 of the other orcs start to make their way in, but now we're into combat. So let's initiative order. And actually, I think this works out pretty well though, because I think Vibrant, you're actually top of the order.
All right. Just not fast enough to crack him in the back of the dome before he said anything. Okay.
Well, because as he was coming in, he's kind of like scanning. He's already kind of aware. So, so top of the order, we've got actually. So Bog, Duros, and Vibrant. What are your dexterity modifiers?
I'm assuming they're probably all the same. Mine's a 3.
2.
3.
Okay. So Duros or Vibrant, pick who wants to go first.
You can go. Smack that fool.
Okay.
Yep. So I'll swing Talonbreaker like I had planned on it, and I got a 17 on the die.
17 hits.
All right. So Talonbreaker is gonna whip around, and we got it. 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay. So as soon as the orc passes by you, he
Gets
calls
cracked right in the back of the head.
whack. And the orc stumbles forward from the blow, still on his feet, and turns back, and you see his tucks just rear, and growls in your direction.
Bye. All right, I'm good. That's all I'm doing right now.
Okay, so then Duros.
Light him up.
All right, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark
Okay,
on him.
so he's marked. Let me put an actual highlight on him. I'm going to do green, just because that seems to be a good color for you. There you go.
Green flame. Needs to be flame. Sorry.
So he's marked.
All right, and then I'm gonna shoot an arrow at him.
Okay, go for it.
13. All right, so 13, so 20.
20 hits.
All right, and then I'm gonna do 10. So 8, 6, so 14.
14 points, nice. So you let the arrow, you cast your mark, you let the arrow fly, and it catches him, right in the chest, right above where the plate, the half plate that he's wearing, right above where that protects him. So it gets right in there, and it definitely goes in for a few inches. And he starts to cough up blood from the blow, and you see it just coming out over his tusks and his mouth. Anything else for you?
That's it for me. I'm gonna reload.
Okay, so Bog. Bog to you.
Bog is at like the middle of the tunnel. I could see my little arrow, probably not from my mouse. Is going to okay, so the guy highlighted in green, one square up, like right across the line. No, he's not moving.
Okay, sorry.
I'm trying to say where I'm going to send a fog cloud. It's basically going to take up the whole tunnel, but
Okay.
I'm not going to put it where it puts us and this guy in it. It's going to be further, so like one square up from him back.
Gotcha. Give me 1 second. I think I can actually draw that out for you. So
It's a 20-foot, I want to say sphere.
So kind of,
Might be a
I
square actually.
yeah. I could do rectangles easier than I can do spheres on this, but the point is you're covering this tunnel area, right?
Yep, it's still 20 feet. That's okay. Yep.
It's 20 feet. Okay, so let's see.
He's filling the shaft.
I'm fighting it.
Yes.
I'm fighting it. Okay. How's that? Is that a little better for you?
Ooh. Jesus.
That works.
Okay.
Yeah, but now we can't see, right?
Accurate.
Yeah, everybody's vision's obscured, though. I believe Duros, your sharpshooter allows you to see, doesn't it? Or like you can do it without taking a disadvantage on the attack.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
3/4
of cover or something like that.
Okay, so Bog, you got your fog laid down. What?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to do?
Unfortunately, nope. That's all I can do for this turn. He'll just kind of, look towards, I guess Fletch, his fellow carnivore, and say, "Yeah, we're ordering takeout, and I brought the utensils. Yeah."
Okay. Next up in the order is actually, okay, he's not going yet. Fletch, your turn.
Yeah. All right. So, let's see.
Oh wait, I forgot to put on battle music. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Put on the battle.
If I can get there. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm getting used to doing this again. Here we go. This one's good. Let's go with this one.
Can I throw my ice knife
You may.
at the one we can see?
Yep.
Okay, let's see. I roll. So I got 17.
17 hits. You guys are rolling great here.
Ogre beatboxing. What's going on?
And I got 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
And I don't think Snapper is close enough to attack, is he?
Not yet. But with the 9 damage, you actually take out the orc. So your ice knife flies. It hits him right into the chest, and you see the ice kind of cover across the half plate as well as the wound from Duros's arrow, and he screams and falls back dead.
Voice.
Bitch.
Fletch makes her happy sound.
So it's now the orc's turn, and the 2 orcs that started to approach, seeing this cloud of fog starting to emerge in the tunnel, stop and retreat back out of the fog and alert the rest of their comrades of what's going on. And with that, you see these 2 orcs move into... Well, actually, you don't see anything. So the orcs start to move around here. Your vision's obscured. You don't see down the tunnel. But they have not entered into the fog. They've stepped back. And that's the orc's turn. Deimos.
What to do? I poked. I'm feeling around in the wall and trying to peek my head around the. See if I can see through the fog.
You can. I mean, you have your dark vision, which allows you to see normally in any dimly lit conditions, but this is different. This is obscured.
Okay.
And Bog, Bog, how long does your fog spell last? By the way, I forgot to ask.
It can last up to an hour,
Okay.
unless I lose concentration. But I can dispel it at any time. I can just drop the spell.
Okay. Sorry, Damos, go ahead.
But that means they can't see us either.
Correct.
No.
Turning over and I'm gonna look at Duros and like, you want to stand in that fog and start picking people off?
Can I yell pussies in orc?
you certainly may. Yeah.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
An intimidation check, I feel, needs to be done though.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do an intimidation check. That's a good call out.
Haunting.
Yeah, exactly. How intimidating do you sound yelling "pussy" in orc?
16.
A 16. Okay, so you yell out as loud as you can, "Pussies!" in orc. One of the you don't see this necessarily. One of the orcs is whatever. The other one is like, "Ugh," and he rushes into the fog. Let's see, that'd be 5. Yeah. And I'm giving him a reaction for the movement, by the way, so that's why he's able to do this move now. So he rushes into the fog. And let's see, what's 30 feet here? 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah. So he gets his 30 feet of movement and comes. You see him emerge through the fog there.
Cool. So can I take both hands on my bone spear and try to thrust him in the chest?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, because you hadn't taken your action yet, so.
18 plus 5 is 23.
Definitely hits. A little damage.
What is that? A D8? Where's my 8-sided die? Sorry, I'm looking for my 8-sided die. Okay, there we go. 7 plus 3 is 10.
10 points of damage. So yeah, so as the orc, you're waiting, and as you hear the footfalls coming through the tunnel, and he emerges. As soon as he emerges from the fog, you just jam the bone spear into his ribs, and you feel it give way as it goes in, and he takes his 10 points of damage.
And as a bonus action, I give him a right hook into his ribs.
Okay, unarmed strike. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's see. 15.
15 does not hit. So as you go to do the strike, you actually hit the plate, and the blow deflects off. As the orc stumbles from the bone spear before.
Okay. I'm gonna pull my spear out.
Okay.
Step back.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna pull my spear out and then step back.
Okay. So you move back, just like a step away, back over to the corner, kind of thing, like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Not going to do an attack of opportunity. You didn't really disengage. So Ian.
Yo, I'm going to close the distance on him and use Divine Smite.
Okay, so you charge up your hammer.
We're all rooting for you, buddy. We're all rooting for you here.
These fucking dice. 17.
17 hits.
Yes! And I get 2d8 plus 1d8 for every level.
Is that every spell level?
Huh?
Is that every spell level or every character level?
Every spell. Oh, so it's every spell level. Wait.
So yeah, so that would be 1.
Okay, so I get 3d8 total.
Okay.
Yes?
Hey, Leslie.
First roll is 3. Next roll is 4, 7, and 2 for a total of 9.
9 points. Great. Okay, so you charge your hammer with the divine energy and just come charging into the orc and just swing down and crush down onto the shoulder. And you hear the kind of the clavicle snap a bit from the impact of the blow, and the orc is staggered back.
Start pressure to crack the collarbone, you know.
Thank you, doctor. But in this case, so at this point, he's going back. He's like, crushed shoulder now. Obviously, some internal bleeding as well as the stab from the bone spear. He's looking pretty rough. Anything else for you?
I don't have any additional. I don't have any additional things I can do from here, do I? No. So I guess I'll. Who's next?
Juniper is actually next.
Juniper. So I guess I'll step back and give her room.
Juniper's actually going to run. And
She's gonna run.
Yeah, she's gonna run and jump over my shoulder, and launch a sneak attack.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check. A 9. So she runs and she attempts to leap over your shoulder, but it's actually more kind of like a little bit of like a hand on the shoulder and kind of jumps around the side of you. It looks a lot less. It looks a lot less impressive than you probably intended it for it to be. But now she's within engagement range of the creature. So
yeah. So she's gonna launch a thrust with her rapier.
Okay.
At 20.
Oh, okay, great. So that definitely hits. So go ahead and roll damage. Remember, roll the damage
8.
twice and then 1 modifier. 8 total?
Oh, yeah. All right, so 6 plus 2 is what?
8.
So 8. And how many times am I rolling this again?
So you roll the primary damage dice for critical hits. The way I do it is roll the primary damage dice twice.
Yep.
And then add the modifier once. That's you only get the modifier one time.
So we have 11 total then.
Okay, 11, which is exactly what you needed to slay this orc. So she does her jump around you. She takes out her rapier and just slashes, and as she slashes, it just cuts across the orc's throat. And he gurgles as the ichor falls down his armor, and he falls back dead as well. So you've eliminated 2 of the orcs at this stage.
Yay!
Yay!
And that brings us back to the top of the round. So
Can Fletch mimic the sound of an orc in pain and try to draw the other ones down?
Yeah, can we like throw one of their weapons, or like if they have a helmet or something?
Yeah, just roll it.
Can we cut one of their heads off and throw it at them?
well, we're back to the top. So I'm going to say, Vibrant, you're up first. So what do you want to do?
Vibrant is going to sprint forward through the fog and attempt to engage the other ones that decided to run away.
Let's do it.
Vibrant would have been a big bouncy one day.
But keep in mind, we're still in initiative order. So this is going to be.
We also have a nice little bottleneck here. I don't want to. This is a good position.
Oh, I'm not going too far in front of it. I just want to get past the fog to be able to see what I got.
Okay, so I'm going to put you kind of halvesies right there.
Perfect. And you're going to see. No one's going to see this, but for the viewers, Vibrant's going to wrangle up some chaotic energy in his hands, and he's just kind of like kami hey, you know what I'm saying? Like he's just going to bolt it up, and his hairs are going to go on end, and he's just going to hurl a mote of chaos energy at the closest one to him.
Okay.
You're going full on.
This is chaos. This is what we call chaos bolt, and we got a 14 to hit.
It does not hit.
So it's gonna go wide.
Yeah. So you cast the chaos energy, and as you emerge from the fog, your vision's still kind of acclimating to the sights around you. It just goes a bit wide, and you see it kind of like the bit of hair on the orc's head kind of staticky, kind of catches up a little bit as it flies by and crashes against the mine shaft wall.
All right. I'll use the rest of my movement to kind of like back up a step into the fog.
Okay, so you're back right inside there.
Yep. Ooh, yeah, back up.
Sorry.
Okay.
This isn't where I parked my car.
Speaking of which, Duros, you're up.
You guys validate? Nope. All right.
Nope. All right.
Uh,
Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk up a little bit to where everyone else is lined up here.
Okay.
And in the fog in Orc, I'm gonna say, I almost have them help, but in Orc.
I almost have.
I almost have them, but I need help.
Okay, roll a deception check.
Ooh,
You want me to have
this ain't
that?
gonna be good.
You want me to try that? Me, the one who.
9.
A 9. So you yell out in Orcish, I almost got them help! Finish him off! That's it.
Nothing happens.
Well, you can't see through the
their
fog,
turn.
so yeah.
That's
you know.
fair. That's fair.
So you want to stay right? I've got your butt pointing out of the fog. You want to stay right about there, or do you want to move again? Or
I'll back up
okay,
a little bit.
you still got. We'll say you got enough movement to move back to here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Next on the list, Bog. Back to you, buddy.
Do ogres speak giant, and would Bog know that?
Ogres do speak giant. Give me a nature check.
I can speak giant too. I know a lot of languages now.
You do.
Foreign comment.
Same.
Box. Come on. That's a big 4.
A big 4. You're not really sure. You know they're big. They might, but you don't have any evidence to support that theory.
Right. Last time.
That's kind of like giant.
Do I remember, because I don't from the game, the last ogre we fought, was he like helping them before he attacked us, the orcs? Did he seem in league with them? I believe so, right?
He did, yeah. Because you had battled some of them in the main chamber, and then the ogre appeared out as kind of almost like a reinforcement. But he didn't engage the orcs. He engaged with you.
Yeah. It was after we already slayed all the orcs.
Yeah.
Ogres.
Orcs, ogres.
All right.
It's all O's. Yeah.
There's an extra vowel there, or extra consonant somewhere,
I really don't want to keep blowing spell slots, but Bog is going to kind of pull what Vibrant just did, and he's going to get just to the tip so he can see
Okay.
out
Tip
of
the shaft.
Just to the tip of the shaft.
God.
We're mature adults, I swear.
Now, this whole Twitch stream's going to get tagged now as mature content, but it's all good. Keep going.
Okay, and then let me just get to my spells.
That's you poking out, by the way, if you didn't figure that out. That's
Yep.
What's he poking out of?
the cloud.
Fog.
I'm not saying the other word.
All right, moving.
Okay. And that one is they're both 3d8. Okay.
Wait. So they all saw Vibrant, right? Run in and try to
They
throw some shit.
they saw something emerge, quickly cast, and then kind of retract back.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Go ahead. Sorry. Just clarifying.
It's good.
All right. I guess I'm gonna have to move over a little bit to the right.
Okay. Still keeping you
Because I'm
kind of
going
concealed,
something
but
with a range of 10 feet. Yep. Perfect. And then right in between these three.
so like right in this area here.
Yeah, I guess that one guy in the middle of the triangle will be like the center point
Okay.
for it. I'm going to just let me mark this off as a cast. Okay. And then features and traits. So let's see. Go. Okay, perfect. So, I have on that point, I have cast Shatter, and it does. I will tell you. I apologize, guys.
Take your time.
Come on, D&D Beyond, move. There you go. It does 3d8 thunder damage. In that 10-foot radius, you have to. So I'm hoping, I believe I can get all three of them. They have to make a Constitution saving throw. My spell save they have to beat is 13. However, I'm going to also burn a channel divinity, and use destructive wrath, which automatically maxes out my thunder or lightning damage without rolling. So
Okay.
that's 24 points of thunder damage.
Okay, so first I have one question, then we'll get to the other parts
Yes.
of it. So, concentration, correct?
On what? No, it's not.
It's not? Is it a cantrip? What is it? It doesn't require concentration to cast it?
Nope.
Okay.
The only concentration spells I have, I know if it's a concentration, it has to drop this, but I believe it doesn't. I will triple check, but Shatter.
How does he cast any spell that it knocks out
No.
concentration?
It's just instantaneous.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so okay, so you're fine. I was looking for the cool moment of like you cast and this other stuff drops. Okay, so you said it's max 24 damage, and I'm rolling a Constitution saving throw, and they take half if I save, or
Correct. Okay. Half if they save.
okay. So given that, I'm going to roll a Constitution saving throw for each. And that's a dirty 20. That's a natural 20. And that's an 11. So two of the orcs save, so they take half. So that's 12 points. So we're going to say that the ones on the periphery, left and right, take 12. The one in the center takes the full 24. So the one that was the center point of your spell. So you cast this, and just the wave of force energy from the thunder just resonates throughout the cavern. In fact, everybody kind of has to hold their ears for a second just because of the echo effect. And the three orcs in front of you are all kind of knocked back a step by the force of this spell. The one in the center taking most of it, and he's kind of lunged forward a bit. Wind's knocked out of him and very disoriented.
All right, so with that, Bog is going to slink back as far as he can into the darkness, and as he does, he will yell in Giant for the hell of it at the ogre. If you were thinking of making an escape for your freedom, now's the time, yeah. And then just
Okay,
back down.
roll a persuasion check for me on that one.
Persuasion.
Okay, my whopping +0. That's a 13.
13. Okay. I'll let you know. So that's Bog. Now we're on to the ogre. So the ogre at this point, it has all the action that's been happening. The spell's being cast. So the ogre turns towards the passage, and you see him grab one of. Actually, you don't see him do anything. I keep forgetting your fog's up. Let's see. So Vibrant, you're just inside the fog still?
Yeah.
Okay. There's something about when the DM
I
smiles.
think bad
but
things
I'm
are
not-
about to happen.
I'm not really smiling.
I'm kind of hoping the ogre is sort of not really in league with the orcs because he's working for them. Maybe he's in servitude.
They're very simple-minded. I'm sure this is not going to work out well for me.
I don't know.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that, but it's gonna be disadvantaged. Okay. Sorry, just talking to myself. Don't mind me. Yep. And that's what's your armor class, Vibrant?
It's 16, but if you hit, I will shield's gonna pop, and I'm gonna get a +5 to that, so it'll be 21.
Okay. So as you're standing in the fog, all of a sudden this boulder comes flying through the fog and stretch as your shield goes up and repels the boulder away from you at the last second. But something threw a very large rock into the fog.
Whew. Quick call, Taylor. Good job.
Okay. Fletch, back to you.
All right, so.
Run in there and mess him up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The weakest of all of us.
Run in there and tear it up.
Probably not gonna do that. Can I just, because I can't see anything, and there's a lot of our friendlies in the mouth of this hallway thing. Can I just taunt the orcs?
You could try.
Would that be? Would it be intimidation or would it be?
Yeah. So in this case, I would make it an intimidation check, not a deception check. And you've been doing enough orcish, you've got that kind of down right now. So.
Yeah. Oh, I got 7. So I call them a bunch of tusk-faced idiots, but I don't think
duty heads.
Okay, so you scream into the fog in the direction of the orcs with your most intimidated voice, and you'll have to see if there's any response.
You're a bunch of dummies. Cotton-headed niggy-muggins.
I like that. We're gonna make a homebrew character now called Niggy Muggin. It's gonna be like a word. Anyway, so anything else for you, Fletch? Any movement or anything, or you just trying to taunt them?
No, I'm gonna hang back. There's a lot of people that are smushed.
Okay.
Smushed in there.
So it's the orcs' turn, and again, so you guys don't really see things, but I'm gonna rearrange the board a little bit. So.
How long does this fog last?
Up to an hour.
Oh, jeez.
Can Bob stop at any time he wants?
Yes. So if you guys want to drop, just yell and I'll drop it.
Not quite.
Yeah, not quite yet.
Okay. So there's some shuffling going on. You can't see anything, but Vibrant, you can kind of hear movement ahead of you, and orcs yelling at each other directions and commands. Let's see. So that moves down to Deimos.
No, I think
I'm gonna pick up one of the dead orcs, and I'm gonna bang the butt of my my spear up against his plate, kind of ringing it like dinner bells.
Okay.
Lure them more over. So is that kind of check would that be? Do I need to do a check for that?
So are you trying to do it to taunt them, or are you trying to do it to what?
To kind of lure them into the fog.
Here's so this one I'm going to have you do a performance check. Actually, this
Okay.
one, yeah.
Performance is nothing. Oh, nat 20. Cool.
So with a nat 20, you kind of kick over one of the corpses and just you're just rhythmically pounding on the plate as kind of a taunt, along with Fletch taunting out her niggle muffin, whatever insult at them right beforehand. And yeah, so we'll see if it has an effect here when the turn comes for them.
And I'm gonna fold my arms and I'm gonna wait for another orc to
Pop through.
meander through the fog. Yeah.
Okay. So then Juniper. But wait, sorry, nope. I skipped Ian.
I want to cast Bane on 3 orcs to the left.
Okay, so
Do I have to have line of sight to that? Do I have to actually see them?
Yeah, you need to see them.
All right, so I'll
What are the documents?
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20. I could say you could kind of do a vibrant. You pop your head out. You can see.
Right.
There you are.
I'll
There's your-
Bane on the 3 orcs on the left. Now, you know what? Wait a minute. How long does Bane last?
You tell me.
First level enchantment, 1 action, 30 feet. Concentration up to 1 minute. 3 creatures of your choice. Charisma saving throws.
10, 15.
I don't see a range.
You said 30.
Oh, did I say 30? Oh, I did say 30. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, shit. Components. One of the components is apparently a drop of blood. Whose
Well,
blood?
We got plenty of.
You have-
We got 2 dead bodies.
Yeah,
You can
plenty
get
of
some dead-
bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you have a focus, you would use that primarily anyway for material.
Yeah. The only materials that I don't allow the focus item to consume are those that have like a gold piece value. So if it's like a diamond for revivification, those kind of things, but otherwise your focus takes care of it. We know how yours is built into your. Yeah. So we're good.
So wait, what was the duration? That was my question. Is the duration?
It's 1 minute, which
And
is
concentration.
Yeah, it's
which
concentration.
is 10 combat rounds, and it's concentration. So it'll stay
All
up
right.
as long as you maintain that.
The ogre, the red circled orc, and the orc in front of him.
Okay, so I'm going to move you to where you would have those in. Okay, so we've got 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so that puts the ogre in range. You want the red circled orc,
Yep.
and the so basically, I'm going to use my yellow pointer here. So just to confirm, this guy,
Yep.
this guy, and this guy.
Yes.
Okay, so you're casting Bane,
Yep.
and let me mark them. So pick a color.
Pick a color.
Just pick a color.
Oh, purple.
Purple. Okay.
So actually, I had a conversation about Prince last night, so purple popped into my head.
Okay. So purple rain, and I'm going to make the one big guy just a little bit bigger because I'm going to change his outline. So he didn't hulk up. That's just for my own reference, so I don't lose track of him. Actually, I don't need to do that because I can maintain multiple colors in Albert. Albert Rodeo rocks. Okay. Okay. So those 3 are baned.
They are baned. Have any ranged weapon?
Please don't do that every time.
They now have backbreaking abilities.
All right. Well, who's next?
After you,
Yeah.
that would be Juniper.
Juniper. Juniper's got ranged
Uh,
weapon.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. During all of that, I forgot to make the charisma saving throws. What's your spell DC?
My what?
Your spell DC.
I don't know what that is.
So it's 10 plus your for your charisma modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Oh, 10 plus my charisma modifier. Plus 4 plus my proficiency bonus.
That should be a plus
plus
2. So 16. Okay, so I got to make the charisma saving throws. I
Oh.
completely lost track on this stuff. Hold on. So that's a fail. That's a natural 1. And that's another. These guys are not very charismatic. So all 3 failed. So whenever a target that fails to save a throw makes an attack roll, saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract them to the roll. Okay. So they all failed. So for the next one, they'll roll the d4 with the subtraction. So, okay. Back to you. Sorry.
Boy, I don't really want to move in there just yet. I want to keep drawing them to us. So I'm gonna back into the fog. Come back into the fog. I'm not gonna engage all of them in one shot.
Okay. I'm just going to move you back kind of right by Vibrant. I know you guys can't see each other. Just trust me, you're in there.
I mean, I want to be there to get into it, but I'd like to draw at least 1 or 2 more of these guys out before we charge the room.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Anything else for you?
That'll be it.
Okay, so Juniper.
What does Bane do?
So Bane, because they failed with their checks, they're going to basically any attack throw or saving throw that they make, I'm going to roll a d4, and whatever I roll is going to get subtracted from that roll.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Now,
Next a little bit.
Can Juniper, since she's a cat folk, can she smell them?
No, I'm not. No.
Okay, all right.
Nice try.
All right. Yeah, it was worth a shot. All right. Well, so she is going to use agility.
Feline agility just increases their speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, to zoom through the fog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's gonna run to the other side and pop out of the other end of the fog, and kind of survey the land.
Okay. So I'm gonna just for now. I'm popping her here. We can move her if you need to. You see the little dome at the top there.
And then she's gonna use her crossbow.
Short bow.
Say it again. Her short bow.
Yeah, short bow.
Yeah, her short bow, and she's gonna attack the closest one to her.
Okay.
Or rather, the furthest one. This guy at the top.
Hold on. Let me get the laser. So this one right here.
Yes, that one.
Okay, keep in mind, these guys are baned. They won't have the saving throws, but okay. Yeah, so you want this guy that's not baned. Got it. Okay, perfect. And that's fine. Yep, perfect. Roll the attack.
Eight.
An 8 does not hit. So yeah, so she pops her head out, surveys real quick, pulls back and lets loose with the short bow. And the orc that's there, kind of quickly moves aside and it clashes against the stone wall. Does she want to stay poking out, or does she want to?
She's gonna come back into the fog.
Okay, so I'm gonna have her move back behind Ian because it's getting really crowded in the fog right now. Okay, that brings us to the top of the round. So we're back to Vibrant.
All right, I'm going to try to do this again. So I'm going to step forward out of the fog. I'm going to wind up at the front one that's the one all the way to the west, the westmost one.
Okay.
And I'm going to do Chaos Bolt again. So same deal. He's just going to kind of charge up some energy. You're going to see his hair kind of stick up, and he's going to throw a 18 at the guy is right in front of him.
18 hits.
Sweet. All right. So this is with D6 and 2 D8s. And then if they match... Oh! So if my D8s match up, which they do, they are right now cold damage. I get to pick another target within 30 feet of it, and I get to make another attack roll on it as well.
Okay.
So we'll deal the damage right now for this one. This one is, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of cold damage to that one.
Okay, and that was one that was already hurt at one point in time. So that one on the western fort front takes another 7. Okay.
And then 17 to hit?
17 just hits.
All right, so then that'll be the one right to the north. Of those 4, we'll say it's the north one.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, and this one is going to be... We'll do lightning damage. He's going to take 8 points of lightning damage.
Okay, so 8 points of lightning damage on that one. He was the one that was, the most hurt from the spell from Bog. So that the lightning damage just takes him completely out. He falls back with just electrical energy kind of all over his plate.
Yeah, you just see like just energy just fly off. I throw it at him, and it's like hit one guy, gets frost all over him, and then it arcs out of him, hits lightning to the other guy. And then I'm just going to stay where I'm at, see if I can draw some attention, staying outside the fog.
Okay.
Because they're not responding to anything else.
So this orc is gone. Perfect. Okay, so then Duros.
So I have a question.
Yes, sir.
A couple questions, actually. Other than becoming Gotham's Reckoning, what does Bane do?
So Bane, as long as it's up for the 3 that it's casted on, so the ones that are in purple, for any attack throw or saving throw that they have to make, I'm also going to roll a d4. And whatever I roll, I'm going to subtract from that roll. So it's going to end up being worse for them.
Okay, next question. How far, moving into attack range, would that cost an action?
No, it's just going to cost your movement. So you have, I believe you have up to 30 feet for yours. You can move up to 30 feet. That doesn't cost an action. It's just movement. So if you want to do that, we can do that.
Okay, so I'm going to move up. But before I do that, I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns. So I'm going to run super dramatically through the fog and do a diving bow shot to the center, or the pinkish purple one.
The pinkish purple one? Okay, hold on a second. I just want to make sure I got the spell up.
Oh, the commander.
So I'm rolling attack, I assume, right?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. Okay, so you do that as a bonus action. Next time you hit a creature with a ranged attack weapon before the spell ends. Okay, the spell creates a ring of thorns. Okay. Yep, so you charge in. You've got enough movement to make it through from here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and you poke yourself out like right next to Vibrant. Actually, we're going to put you on the other side because you're actually trying to do a bow shot here. So I want you to have...
Yeah.
Okay. And you're going for the one in the back, the pinkish commander, right? So
Now,
Roger,
how
go ahead.
far are these two other guys? The
Square
ogre.
is 5 feet.
Yeah. So this is about 10. This is about, I'd say about 7.5, and then the guy behind him is closer to about 12, 15.
Okay. All right, let's do it. So attack roll first. And so 18 for attack roll.
18 hits.
And then, so I got the 1d8 for the bow. Yep. Now, has he been damaged before?
He is not. No.
Well, that's gone. Oh my god. My dice are flying around. All right, so 8 plus 3, so 12.
8 plus
12,
3 is 11. Okay, so that was just the attack with the bow, right? That was before Hail of Thorns.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So 11, and then so you have to make a dex saving throw.
Okay. Just attacking each creature within 5 feet of dex. Oh, and actually each creature within 5 feet. So that's, how many do we have here? So actually it's him and the one there, and the ogre's on the cusp. Trying to measure, it's not a complete square. I'm going to say the one orc is definitely within 5 feet, but the ogre's like right on the cusp of it. What do you guys think? Hit him or no?
Hit him.
Okay.
But, I think he's within 5 feet.
Okay, perfect. I'm just playing it fair. So each one of them is going to make a dex save, right? So first off, wrong dice. Hold on. 15 plus, what's the dex on that guy? What's the saving throw? What's your DC? Your spell DC?
That is. Hang on.
It's okay.
I gotta find it in the app.
Over in the spell section, if you swipe over to the app, it's like on top.
Spell attack? Or no, save DC 11.
Oh, 11? Okay, so the ogre saved. And so he takes half.
Half, yeah.
Okay, so why don't you roll the 1d10 real quick for the piercing damage? It'll make it easier for me.
Oh, 5.
5? Okay, so he takes half, so that's rounded down. He takes 2 points. Then I'll get to the other ones. So 2 points for him. The ogre barely feels that. That's for this one. Sorry, I'm managing a lot of windows here. Let's see. That's going to be, we'll say this one's for the Battleborn anyway, just to make sure. So that's an 11, so he does not save, so he takes 10. That's the orc with the things on his hand. Boom. And then the last orc that was in range is this guy. Ooh, that's a 9, so he doesn't save either, so he takes 10. So the ogre saved, the orc commander and the other orc do not. So as you launch your strike with your bow, you hit the commander, well-placed arrow right into the chest, and then at that point in time, the thorns start to basically just come up around everyone and just the piercing damage from that. So nice attack. Nice attack. Anything else you want to do?
I'd like to ready for the next attack with a little flare, if that's all right.
Okay.
Like spin the next arrow on my fingers or something to lock it into place.
3-point landing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're ready to go. Gotcha.
Yep.
I'm not gonna make you act that one out because that probably wouldn't.
I mean, I could.
Okay. So moving on here, let's see what Duros went. So I think we're up to our friend Bog.
Okay, Bog is going to kind of just get a little. You guys like the fog, or you ready for some good weather?
Pull it. I say pull it.
I say pull it.
Yeah, we're going in.
Bog is going to drop the fog.
Okay.
Finishing move.
Boom.
And we're all caught with our
Drop the
pants down.
fog.
Heavy on the elbows.
Fog is down. The fog is down.
All right. And then I want to get as far up as I can over here.
Let's see. Like, you can actually grab
Oh,
yours.
duh. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I just moved
how
it.
do-
But where do you want to go?
Oh, perfect. I want to engage the top orc closest to me in
Okay.
hand-to-hand combat. So maybe like right next to him, like immediately to the. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
And just out of curiosity, how high is the ceiling in this cave, and how high off the ground are the boulders?
So the ceiling in this cave is about 20 feet. So it's fairly high. The boulders, the ones that the ogre was stacking, or the mounds that are in the room.
The ones that are drawn on the map, the mounds. Yeah.
The ones on the map, they're about 8 to 10 feet. It's just stacking of rock and so forth. A lot of them were what the ogre was actually piling up.
Wonderful. Good to note. Okay. So Bog is going to just attack this one with his lovely bone-made scimitar. He's going to miss horribly, but that's okay.
Okay. So yeah, so you take your swing and you miss.
That's Yep, I think that's the only thing he can do. Yep, he was too busy studying the outline of a room. Okay, yep, he's done.
Okay. So Bog, Duros, Fibrin are done. Our friend the ogre is next. So the ogre now, having seen the fog drop, taking a little bit of a tickle, he's not sure if that was damage or what it was, grabs one of the rocks and immediately surveys the room. And given the positioning where Duros is, because that's where you were at the end of the fog, he's going to aim for you. So he takes the rock and he throws it.
Do it.
That's a
Get hit in the face with a boulder.
That's a 16 plus 7, so 23 to hit. And then that's 2d10 plus 5 damage.
Hurt you anymore.
So you get just slammed with a boulder for
Snowball fight gone wrong.
for 14 points of damage. That's bludgeoning damage. So yeah, so you just get a rock just zoom, right in the chest, and yeah, he's not playing around.
Clearly.
Luckily, the ogre does not have any bonus actions or anything at this time. So Fletch, we're on to you.
Can I move forward as far as I can and then cast Entangle on the whoever I'm closest to?
How much movement do you have? Do you 30 or
I think
35?
it's 30.
Okay, so from here, I'm going to be generous and say you were there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 30 will get you right there.
Okay, and my entangle is
90 feet.
No, 60.
Oh, 60? I thought it was 90.
60.
Oh shit.
Okay. And
I mean,
Wait, am I on the wrong thing? Am I on? Oh, no, I am on the wrong thing. Hold on, my thing got switched. It's still 60. Oh no, it is 90. 90 feet. Sorry. So I can cast it at its range is 90 feet and it covers 20 feet.
okay.
So I'm gonna cast it at the bright purple.
Okay. So he's your center. He's your center point.
He's my center. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'll do the one right in front of him.
Okay.
If I don't get any of the dwarves, hopefully.
Okay. So you're casting that, and I believe I've got to do strength saving throws, right?
Yep. 13 is my
Okay.
thing.
Strength saving
now,
throw.
are they still under Bane? That's still going on, right?
They are. Yeah. Good call. So that's going to be D4 subtracted from whatever I roll here. So okay. So that's going to be with a 20-foot square. I think you're actually going to get. Gonna get everybody. Hold on, I'm counting. I'm trying to do instant math here. So if I go up 5, 10, 5, 10, yeah. So definitely the 3 orcs, and I'm gonna say the ogre too. Okay, so
Yeah.
good placement. Strength saving throw. Okay, so I'm going to do these in order from left to right. So that orc on the far left. What'd you say your the DC was?
13. Strength.
Okay. Just check his modifier. Okay, so that's an 11. He fails. 1 to the right of him in the middle. That's a 16, so he succeeds.
Even with Bane.
Oh, thank you. Shit. I keep forgetting Bane's out there.
Did you not do this for my thorns?
I was
And with Bane, that takes it to a 12. So, yeah. Okay.
Never mind your thorns. Did you do it when he hit you with that boulder?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you do Bane when he hit him with the boulder?
The ogre's bane, right?
Yeah, you're right. But he had a 23 to hit, so it would have been a 19 to hit.
Yeah, I still would have hit me.
Worst case scenario would have been a 19 to hit. Good call out, though.
The attack, not the hit point damage.
Okay.
Just clips him.
Ogre Commander had.
I flipped an arrow in my fingers and then got hit in the face with a boulder.
you get for showing off.
Let's see, the Ogre Commander, that's a 20, but with Bane, that's 17. So the Ogre Commander saved, or Commander saved, sorry. And then the Ogre, Jesus. This is what I get for creating so many things in an encounter. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. That's a 19 plus 5, 24, and then with Bane, a 22. So the Ogre and the Commander both save, but the other 2 orcs are restrained.
And it also creates difficult terrain, even if they're not restrained.
Yep. Yeah, so all movement's going to be halved here. So for the restrained ones, what color? Pick a color that's not purple or red.
Do you have like a lime green?
Yeah, I do. Look at that. Okay, so these guys are both restrained. Okay. Anything else for you?
I don't think so, because Snapper is not close enough. So nope, we're all good.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I had to put a little bit of containment on where Snapper can actually help you, just so I didn't want him to be like an extra weapon all the time. But it will come in, I promise. So now it's the orcs' turn. The ones that are actually, I should clarify, it's the regular orcs' turn, not the commander. So we have 2 that are still alive, and at this point, the one that's engaged with. Well, there's a commander plus the other 2, so we have 2 soldier orcs that are alive. So Bog, the one that you're engaged with is going to attempt to attack, and he is going to. Let me get to the right thing. He's going to swing with his great axe.
Get attack if he's restrained.
With restraint. Oh, yeah, he's not grappled. He's actually restrained. You're right. Shit. You guys are killing me.
Or we're killing orcs.
Okay, so he's going to use his strength check then to see if he can actually get out. Because I think I can do that on each subsequent turn, right? Yeah, creature restrained by the plants can use its action. Okay. That's a 16 plus... And I know I've got Bane. I'll remember this time. That's a 16 plus 4, so that's a 20. And with Bane... That's an 18. So he takes his action to break free from the entangle. But unfortunately, that means he doesn't have anything else I can do with it. Yeah, because that won't help. Sorry. Okay. So this orc is no longer restrained. I'm going to take the lime green away. Boop. And then this orc who's restrained is going to try the same thing. Ooh, shit. Yeah, that's... No, actually, it might. What'd you say? 13, right?
13.
So that was 16, and then minus 1, 15. So he also is able to break. Keep in mind, the terrain's still difficult in the area, so they don't have as much movement. And with that, he's going to use aggressive as a bonus action. And he can move up to his speed towards a hostile creature that it can see. Its speed is normally 30 feet, but with the area, it's going to be 15. But he can get up to Duros.
Oh, God.
And that's the end of the orc soldier's turn. Before we get to the commander, Deimos, it's you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that I'm clear, like on my map, it says there's 3 soldiers. You said there's only 2 alive.
Yeah. So it's there's 2 of the orc soldiers. So just the regular looking orcs. There's the orc commander, who's the one in the brighter purple outline. That's the one with the spiked gauntlets on its hands. All 3 of those are orcs. And then there's the ogre. And the rest of the room is dwarves in your party.
Okay. Now I'm following. Okay, so I'm gonna dash into this room, and I'm gonna try to tackle the orc that's in front of Duros.
Okay. So go ahead and give me this is going to be, for grappling, it's going to be in a contested check. So go ahead and give me an athletics roll.
Oh. 14?
What was that?
14.
14. Okay, let me see what the orc... So the orc has a +6 to athletics. That's a 21. So you dash into the room and you go to tackle the orc in front of Duros, but he basically just catches you almost kind of in a half sprawl, locks underneath your arms, and takes, negates your attempt.
Okay.
You still have bonus actions.
Yep, I'm gonna drop to 1 knee and I'm gonna give him a low blow.
Okay. Unarmed strike to the nuts. Go for it.
Yep. 19 plus 5 would be 24.
That definitely hits. Roll for damage to the shaft.
4. 94. Oh. 2, so it's gonna be 6 points of damage.
6 points. Okay, great. And this one was already kind of weakened too, but you drop down, you boom, right up under low blow. The orc kind of buckles, his knees coming together, and he's looking really, really rough. He's still kind of standing, but it's not going to take much to knock him over.
Oh, he's still ticking? All right, I'm going to spend 1 key point.
Okay.
And I'm going to do Hand of Harm.
Okay.
And I get to, what do I get to roll? Another D4.
Okay.
So another 6 points of damage.
Yeah, so that's
necrotic damage.
That's enough. So you do the low blow, and with Hand of Harm, you see like this purple coloring just kind of starting to spread from his groin as he falls over dead on the ground.
Yeah.
I think it's the second time you've taken somebody out with a nut shot with necrotic damage. I think it's becoming your thing. Okay, so yeah, so that orc is off the grid and no longer a threat to Duros, at least for the moment. So, anything else from you?
Cool. Nope. If that's dead, I'm gonna step back. I like that. So my back is against the wall.
Okay, I think you've got a little bit of movement left. I'm going to put you like right here. Everybody's kind of on top of each other, but we got it. Okay, so next up is the Orc Commander.
Juniper.
Actually, Orc Commander.
Orc Commander or is it Juniper?
No, it's Orc Commander, and then
Okay.
Ian, and then Juniper's last on the round. So,
Okay.
the Orc Commander is going to use his bonus action to use aggressive. And 5, 10, 15. He's going to charge up to you, Bog, with his 15 feet of movement in difficult terrain. Well, he had 30, but he's in difficult terrain. And then he's going to attack you with his spiked gauntlets. So I get 2 attacks. First one's a 20 to hit.
Is he still baned?
Yes, shit. That's up to a minute, right? Nobody's dropped it yet. Damn you, Ian. That's an 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Okay, so I roll damage for that. It's 1d6 plus 3. That's 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then he swings his other one. That's cocked. Ooh, yeah, that doesn't hit at all. So he comes in and like one of the spiked gauntlets just slashes right across your chest. The other one he goes to swing and you're able to duck under and it goes wide. So we had those 2 attacks. Anything else? Yes. So after he does those 2 swings, he rears back and roars and suddenly looks a lot healthier than he did when he first started the attack.
Uh-oh.
Not for long. He doesn't. He can make a DC 13 dexterity save, please.
DC 13 dexterity save. Okay. Got a +1 to his dex.
Yes, fuck yeah.
That's a 2, so he did not save. So what happened?
What happened? Woohoo! Let me just double check if that gets a bonus to it. Sorry.
Okay. I'm in suspense though.
Messed with the wrong lizard.
No, just 2d8. Okay. He, as you see Bog, as he hits that with both his gauntlets and charges, there's kind of like a little like zzz, and then an electrical discharge of lightning just flies forth from Bog. And he takes 11 points of lightning damage. That is Wrath of the Storm, his rebuke reaction. And as it happens, and he gets jolted, Bog just goes, "Ooh, yeah, feel the madness."
Okay. So he roar and just, and he's kind of looking at you like, what, shaking a little bit. What was that? And you can see like, a little bit of charge off of his tusk and his hair's frazzled from the attack. Excellent. Good reaction. You guys are killing me. Okay, so that's it for the Battleborn Commander. Ian, up to you.
I would like to close my distance on the ogre and use Thunder Smite.
So 5, 10, 15. Now you're getting into a little bit of difficult terrain. What are you you're attacking or you're casting? What are you doing? Sorry.
Well, I'm attacking with Thunderous Smite. So it's an additional 2d6 in addition to my two-handed attack, which is 1d10 plus 3.
Okay,
Is it the spell instantaneous or is it concentration for that?
I think it's continuous for. Hold on. What did I say was using thunder?
If it says C or con, that's concentration, not continuous. But let's see what it says.
Hold on. Thunderous Smite, casting time, 1 bonus action, range self, components visual, concentration up to 1 minute.
Okay, so
What are you asking me?
If you cast that, it's going to drop
Bane goes
Bane.
away.
Yeah,
If I cast that, it's gonna what?
drop Bane. It will
Bane
drop
goes away.
Bane.
Oh, it'll drop Bane?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But you're okay with that? Okay.
Look at that.
Okay, so 5, 10. We're in difficult terrain here. Do you have a range on that, or on your Divine Smite?
It was like 100 or 120.
Okay, you're fine. So this is as close as you can get, just because, again, the difficult terrain cuts your movement in half, so it took you about 20 feet just to get there. But because of the entangle, it slows your movement down.
Oh, range is self.
Yeah, I think it's a boost to his attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But my weapon rings with thunder that's audible within 300 feet of me. And if additionally the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed away 10 feet from you and knocked prone.
You know what? I'm going to use a little bit of DM fiat, so you can get into melee range and do this, just to keep it going. So go ahead and do your attack.
I got a 20, not a nat 20, but I got a 20 on the attack.
20 hits.
This is wait, D10. That's my D10. So 1D10 plus 3 is 13, and 2D6 is an additional 3, so 16 and 4, 20. 20 total hit points.
20 total points of damage?
That's what 20 hit points of damage.
Okay, and you said he's knocked back unless I make a saving throw?
Yes. Ugh. I keep closing the book.
Yeah, stop doing that. Keep it open.
Ah.
He's trying to be dramatic with the book snap.
I am.
Now you have to keep opening it up.
Drum out of it.
He does this in court, too. He's like, wait a minute. I have something for this.
What? Believe me, that move rocks in court. Slamming the book. It's like a mic drop. Thunder Smite. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone.
Okay, so strength saving throw, I got an 18. I think that's higher than your spell DC.
Can I do it?
He didn't get knocked, no. He's a big guy. He's beefy. Okay, anything else?
That will be all.
Okay, and Bane is now dropped. So Fletch, we're up to you. Wait, no, hold on. Sorry, sorry. No. Go back.
Just him. Oh, it's for everybody because I have to concentrate.
Yeah, and sorry, I was looking at his stats for your attack. So after Ian, it's Juniper. Sorry. Back. What do you want? What do you want Juniper to do, Jay?
She's gonna dash towards the commanding orc.
Okay.
And she's gonna try to thrust him with her rapier.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the attack.
That's 12.
A 12 does not hit. So she comes in with her rapier, and he takes one of his spike gauntlets and, ching, and reflects the attack.
Okay. Near. Can she also launch a sneak attack since people are around her?
Well, sneak attack would be additional damage.
Additional damage. Okay, gotcha. All right. So she's gonna slide back to the left.
Right next to you. Yeah. Do your thing.
Actually, I'm just gonna move her a bit over here so she's not getting disengaged and he won't take a attack of opportunity. So, but she's moved over a little bit.
Gotcha.
Okay. It's been a long encounter. Back to the top. Vibrant, we're finally back to you.
All right, Vibrant is going to go to the kind of scoot around everyone, go to the north of that opening that's going to the northeast or northwest there, and he's going to hit the guy that's not the commander, the other one, and he's going to hit him with an ice bolt.
Okay.
17.
17 on that guy. That hits.
All right. So 1d10. And he'll take 8 points of ice damage.
Okay. Yeah, so you cast your ice bolt, it hits, and you see the frost kind of covering like the side of his face and his chest. And he kind of turns towards you with his great axe in his hand. But he's looking pretty rough. I'm
just going to take like a step back and like kind of look. Can I look behind me just to see real quick if there's anything in there, just to make sure no one's going to sneak up on there last minute and come at us?
Yep. So when you peek back there, and I'll move your thing back, it's an empty part of the shaft. You don't see anybody present.
Feel much better about it.
Okay, then Duros, to you.
All right. I guess I'm gonna stand up and brush some of the rock off me.
It didn't knock you prone. There's that. It's kind of like one of those Russian slap competitions. You got hit really hard, but you're still standing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So guess I'm gonna throw Zephyr Strike down, which gives me advantage on one weapon attack roll, and the attack does an extra 1d8 force damage on the ogre.
Okay, so as a bonus action. Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm going to fire an arrow at the ogre.
Okay.
11. So 18, 19, 20, 21.
That hits.
All right. So then... Wait, do I roll twice for advantage?
Yeah, you would roll twice for advantage.
But that hits.
Well, if you want to, you could roll to see if you get a natural 20. So even though the first one hit, it's always good to see if you can get the nat 20.
Make his head explode.
See if I can make his head explode. I did not.
Okay. Well, you still hit, so there's still that. So go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. So 1d8. Now he's already been hurt, right?
Correct. He's been wounded. He looks pretty strong still, but he's definitely wounded.
All right. So we got 10, and then with Colossal Slayer, I believe I get another d8, right?
With the Zephyr Strike, you mean?
No, Colossal Slayer, the feat. Or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
If he's already damaged, he gets extra d8.
Yep. So, and you also get the d8 for Zephyr Strike.
Yep. So 2 more d8.
So we have 10. I'm just trying to keep track in my head because now the math's going to get high.
So 13. And then, so 19.
19 total? Okay.
Yep.
Nice hit. So
It's nice to see Rangers doing damage for once.
Yeah. So you let the arrow fly, and once it makes contact, you also he gets pushed this extra bit of force damage, just boom, right into the chest, and he's starting to reach for a rock, but you've pissed him off even more now. So.
Oh shit. Yeah, can I try to move?
You can, because actually your walking speed, actually, you've got a 30 feet of, additional movement technically because of Zephyr Strike, because you get an additional walking speed.
Yeah, can I try to move around this rock? That
yeah, so you want
Vibrance on the other side of it?
Yeah.
Or Ian's on the other side of it?
Yeah, so you want to move maybe like here? I'll get you more cover.
Somewhere where I won't get hit in the face with another rock.
There you go.
PTSD from rocks.
Okay. All good. All good. So Bog, we're back up to you, buddy.
All right. I actually used D&D Beyond to roll, which for some reason is slow as shit. But let me see if this just ruined my plan. Hold on one second. Oh, yeah. He's within 60 feet of me. Bog is going to use his bonus action first, look over to Duros, and he's going to yell, "Hang on, Duros! The hot tag is on the way, brother! Yeah!" He throws out his hand and shoots him a healing word. And D&D Beyond gave you a max roll, so you get 7 hit points back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
And I wish I had the grappler feat because I would just want to take, again, to be like a full wrestling thing. Because I have both orcs right in front of me, I just want to take both their heads and like clock them together. But alas, I will just be stabbing with a scimitar again.
Okay. And which one are you?
Light.
Which one are you attacking? Are you attacking the commander or the other orc?
Which one looks like they are lawn for this world the least? Who's most hurt?
That would be the orc soldier.
Alrighty.
The one to the furthest north.
Okay, we go after him.
Okay.
He's a little frosty.
17?
17 hits. 17 hits. Roll damage.
I know one of them, 17, does not hit. I wasn't sure which one. All right. 1d6 plus 2. That's it? Okay. 7 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, so you're able to just take your scimitar and you cast the healing word and then just with your scimitar and lop off the head of the orc to the left of you, and his corpse spurts for a moment, falls to his knees, and then falls back dead.
And that was an action, bonus action. Can't move because I'm still engaged with the commander. Oh, I am done then.
Okay. So that brings us to, we've got top of the round done. Our friend the ogre, who has grabbed a rock. Actually, is he going to do that, or Ian's right there? No, so you know what? So what, Ian, since you're right there, the ogre is going to try to slam into you. So he's going to 6, 7. That's 13.
Oh, what, the attack roll is 13, or?
Yeah. What's your AC? I'm
have
pretty sure it's
18.
higher. Yeah. So he attempts to slam, and you're able to get your shield up and kind of brace yourself and absorb the blow. He doesn't quite catch you enough to do any damage, and that's sad. That's sad. I had a lot of hope for him. Okay, so moving on. Fletch.
I'm going to move over towards Ian and the big guy, and then I'm going to cast Earth Tremor.
Okay. I'm going to keep you just out of melee range.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then, whoops. So I cause a tremor in the ground. Each creature other than you in the area must make a dex saving throw of 13 or higher.
Okay.
I guess.
And what's the radius? I'm looking.
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay. And what's your center? What's your casting point? Is that on the ogre?
Is the big ogre? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to need you, Ian, to make a dex saving throw as well. Ooh, ogre did not do well. Ian,
Yep.
did you roll your dex saving throw?
All right, my saving throw. What am I rolling? Again.
Dexterity saving throw of what's your spell DC? 13? Okay.
I rolled an 8.
Okay. Fletch, go ahead and roll the bludgeoning damage for this.
Okay, it was 5.
5. So, Ian, you take 5 points of damage and are knocked prone, so you're on the ground. The ogre also takes 5 points of damage and is also knocked prone. So.
And the ground is now covered in loose earth and stone and becomes difficult terrain until it's cleared.
Okay. You're definitely making it hard for people to move around.
Can I also have Snapper attack too?
You know what? For this one, what the hell? Why don't we use that bonus action I gave you? That bonus action I gave you, since you're engaged with the ogre, and let him do his thing.
All right, hold on. I got my thing closed, of course. I'm trying. All right, Snapper. What does he have to do? Oops.
Just roll an attack. So you're basically just going to tell him to attack as your bonus action, and then roll whatever. I think he's got his bite attack on there. So.
Oh. He got a 3 die.
Yeah. So Snapper goes in to kind of attack, but with all the loose ground, he starts kind of like, it's almost like a dog in a car. Like he's like not sure about his footing, so he kind of aborts his attack and doesn't get to the ogre just yet.
Well, we tried.
Yeah, good boy.
Good boy.
Anything else for you?
I think that's it.
Okay. So then we move on. All my orcs are dead. My normal orcs. So Deimos, we're up to you.
All right, here we go. Now, I'm going to try. I'm going to launch my spear at the commander.
Okay. Look at this. Bog's got to be proud over there watching this bone spear getting used.
That is
That's quality workmanship there.
15.
15 just misses. So you launch the bone spear at the commander, and he at the last second kind of glances and deflects it with his spiked gauntlet.
Mm-hmm. Boom. Okay. So I'm going to try to, as a bonus action, I'm gonna run up to him and punch him in the face.
Okay, so you still got enough movement, perfect, and then one unarmed strike, so you're in combat range.
That's gonna miss. All right, 7.
7 does not hit. So having deflected it and seeing you coming, you attempt to kind of come in and kind of launch a kick, and he definitely kind of does the Taekwondo block parry just to kind of move your attack away.
Gotcha. All right. Guess there's nothing else I can do.
Okay, so it's actually his turn now. And having just given attention to you between the spear and that, he's going to work his attacks in your direction, Deimos. So.
Copy that. Just updating the def total.
First attack. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
I am 16.
Okay, yeah, so that hits, and that's plus 3. So that's 7 points of piercing damage on the first attack.
Okay.
And then second attack. That's a 19. And an additional 6 points of damage. So just whack, whack with both of the spiked gauntlets. Each of them making just really good contact with you. One kind of catches you kind of in the shoulder and the arm, and the other one catches you in the chest.
Ouch.
And he's used that. Can't really do anything else there. That's the end of his turn. Ian.
I've used both of my spell slots. Is Divine Smite, is that a spell? Because it's not under my spell slots.
No, it's
class action.
Yeah.
Or class ability, whatever.
Okay, so I can use that again?
As long as you have spell slots available, I believe you can use it as many times.
I don't. Cause I use Thunder, Thunderous Smite, and I use Bane. I think how many spell slots do I have right now? 2 or 3?
Should be on your sheet.
Yeah.
I think I only have 2 of the little boxes are checked off.
Okay.
I'm guessing 2.
Yeah, that's 2.
Well, shit. Then I guess I'm just gonna have to use a plain old 2-handed Warhammer attack.
Okay.
Which is
Jane
1d.
Well,
Huh?
go ahead.
One-handed? Isn't it a one-handed?
So,
No,
so
2-handed. I have a
Yes.
2-handed Warhammer attack. It's 1d plus 3.
right. So first, you're gonna have to use half your movement to stand up because you're prone. So half your movement to stand up,
Right.
and then if you want to do the 2-hand attack, go ahead. Just make
Right.
sure roll correctly.
Ugh.
That's
My
nice.
dice are back in their true form. I haven't. Oh shit! That was a natural 1.
Don't you have a shield? How are you doing a two-handed attack?
Oh, you do have a shield in your hand.
Do I? I haven't used it.
Well,
You did to block the orc.
I had you using it. That was my dramatic flair. If you weren't using the shield and you just had the hammer the whole time, I'll allow you to correct it, and that was my mistake.
Well, I just rolled a 6 anyway, so
Okay.
I rolled.
Um,
I rolled a 6, so.
But you rolled a natural 1 on the attack, correct?
Yes. Plus my bonus. Plus the plus 5.
That doesn't matter.
I should
don't-
have said.
Yeah, it only makes you feel better, but the natural 1 is what really counts here. So, so you pick yourself up on the loose gravel, and as you swing your warhammer, the ogre actually deflects the blow, and because the footing is loose, because of the soil, because of Fletch's spell, you find yourself prone again.
Yay.
That was the least bad outcome out of that. So come on.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well,
Dust yourself off and try again.
Yep.
can I
Just
try
gotta-
to like crab walk back a little bit from this thing?
Well, so you're prone again, but you still have you only used half your movement to stand up, and then you don't move anywhere else. So I would say that you could at least use half of your movement to kind of crawl back away. But he'd get an attack of opportunity if you disengage.
all right. I'll just stand up again then.
Okay. Juniper.
All right. So
Sorry.
Juniper is going to try to slash with her rapier, the commander.
Okay. Roll it.
And she... Well, I'm not signed into her thing. So. 15?
15 does not hit. So yeah, so as she comes in with the rapier, the orc commander had just slashed you twice. He sees the rapier out of the corner of his eye. He's apparently extremely well trained, and just catches the rapier and blocks the blow.
All right. She's gonna step back behind me.
Okay, and so she's technically engaged. So if she steps back outside of the 5 feet, he's gonna get an attack of opportunity on her.
Oh.
Was bonus action? Can she disengage?
Yes, she can.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
Bonus
So,
action. Disengage. Wait. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. She uses a cunning action. Her cunning action is to disengage.
perfect. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So I just wanted to make sure.
I didn't know that.
That's
No, I know.
it's all good. You're on to play for 2. So, excellent. So move back there, and then that brings us to the top of the round again. Oh my, Vibrant.
So the commander, he looks pretty well beat.
He's looking rough. He's looking rough.
I'm going to skirt in front of the dwarfs and look at the ogre and throw a chromatic orb at him.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm
Just gonna kind of scoot right past him.
put you like right here. Does that
Yep.
work? Okay.
Yeah, I try to put myself between them just in case this ogre decides to get a little brazen.
Okay.
in his anger. And 20 on the die.
Nice. Okay. That
So that would
obviously
be a
hits.
full chromatic orb to the face. And this will be ice. He's just going to flare it up with the ice. We're just
Okay.
going for it. So it's going to be 3d8. And then we're just double it. Oh, be nice to me. Okay, not terrible. 7, 7, and 6 is... Not doing math right now. 7, 7, 6, 14, 20. 20 points of damage. So...
And 20 points is exactly what you needed. So tell me what happens to this ogre.
He takes a full, just wind-up softball-sized lob of ice right to the chest. And it just kind of like, when it shatters, it just breaks apart. And as the shagments are like touching him in places, they're frosting over. And he just kind of like chokes and just hits the ground.
The ogre is dead. Nice job. Anything else for you?
No, that's it for me.
Okay, so Duros, the ogre is your bane of your existence. The ogre is now gone.
You can come out from hiding.
All right, so I'm going to come around and not try to not step on any of this fucked up terrain.
Okay, so you're hugging the wall.
And, I'm going to take aim at the ogre commander.
Okay.
Does anyone remember what was hitting? What was the highest hit? Anyone remember?
Just roll and hit.
Just roll. I'll let you know. I think he was determined if you wanted to use this little thing. So
I was, yeah.
Just use it.
All right, I'm going to use the amulet.
okay,
So that's a 17.
and that does hit. So
All right.
Hey.
So that's 6, and then he's already hurt, right? So
Yep.
I'm going to do another D8. So 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay, yeah. So you let the arrow fly and it catches him like right in between the shoulder blades. He's trying to reach for it, but he can't. It's in that like one spot that you just can't get to. He's definitely looking weak. Definitely looking weak. Is that it for you?
I mean, unless I can get up to him and hit him with with my bonus action, but I doubt it.
No, not with the
Yeah.
the terrain and the edging, but
Yeah,
don't worry,
yeah.
because next up is Bog. You're
Yeah.
ready to go.
Going for the closing blow.
Ooh, no.
I jinxed too.
I'm
sorry.
That's a whopping 8.
8 does not hit. Yeah. So as he's like rearing back from the arrow in his shoulder blades, you go to hit with the scimitar, and he just manages to get the spiked gauntlet up just in time to block the blow. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, not really.
Okay, so that takes care of Vibrant Duros Bog. The ogre is now dead. Fletch!
Yeah.
It was dead.
So there's only the one little one left.
You got to give Snapper another shot.
I know. So can I, let's see. Can I move up closer to the one remaining guy and I'm gonna shillelagh him?
Shillelagh.
You have shillelagh?
I cast shillelagh, which is
Oh.
my staff. Shillelagh. I
wow.
got a natural 19 plus 5, 24.
24 hits.
Hey. Bam.
And get this out of the way. 1d8 plus 3. I got 10 damage.
10. Let's see. Go back here. Hold on. I've lost track of him. Where'd he go? Yeah, so you crack him with your nature-infused staff, and just this dull thud in the back of his head, and he is he's looking rough. Like now there's like blood coming out of his mouth. He's got an arrow in his back. He's been slashed and beaten. He's on his last legs.
Yeah.
Snapper's turn.
Get him, Snapper.
Perfect setup. Perfect setup.
Oh, snap.
Whoa.
Snapper rolled a 9.
Oh, poor yes. So he had his chance, but as he comes in to bite, he actually bites down on the spiked gauntlet, and the armor's too thick, and he can't break the skin, can't get through it. So.
Oh, buddy.
Aw.
Oh,
That was
buddy.
set up beautifully for Snapper to like get the kill. That would have been poetic.
Regular shot.
So close.
So let's see. All my orcs are gone. You guys are killing me here. Deimos, it's on you, buddy.
Oh boy.
Finish it.
All right.
Oh, wait.
So,
is he
I think the only thing I can do is an unarmed strike because I don't have my staff yet.
Right.
Gotta go
Yeah,
and
you still,
pick that.
you still got to pick that back up. But yeah, the unarmed strike might just be enough. It depends. He's looking pretty rough. So if you
All right, let's do an unarmed strike.
Well, now you know that.
Poor Snap.
Okay, 19.
19 hits.
Oh, he ripped my arm.
Let's go for the jugular. The orc nads.
Again. All right. So that would be a 5. 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Tell me how you take down the orc commander.
The orc commander. I grab him by one of his spikes, and my other hand turns a really hard, ugly black color, and I smash him right in the nose, caving in his orbital socket and his nasal passage and crushing everything in front of me.
And with that, he falls to his knees, falls to the ground, and slowly bleeds out into the dirt. So you have successfully defeated all of the orcs and ogre.
The horn.
And at this point, you hear the dwarves that have been kind of hiding back in their servitude. They're lightly cheering. Yeah, thank you. They're clapping and applauding at your collective performance.
Yay.
Pwah, 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 pwah.
So one of the dwarves steps forward. He's a much older looking dwarf, gray beard. It's very dirty and matted. His eyes are covered in dust and soot and dirt. And he drops his pickaxe and he comes forward. I am the foreman of the mine, Von Ben Silverstone, and on behalf of my brethren here, we want to thank you for freeing us.
You are very welcome, sir. Please speak it too.
Is the rest of the mine?
Sorry, can Fletch say you're welcome? We're glad we can help in Dwarvish.
I can say it.
I speak Dwarvish too.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Don't give me that baloney.
All right.
I'll kill you, man.
He cocks his head and nods. Is the rest of the mine? Is it safe?
Is it only these 2 levels?
It's the upper and yes, and the lower. So if you yes,
I think we're good.
Oh, excellent. And
Best of our knowledge.
Are we in the lower?
Yeah, you're in the lower part. You went down about 120 feet, and you're in this space now. And for those of you looking around, just to make this kind of full, there's the rest of this. So it kind of curves around a little bit. Why is that not updating? There it goes. Curves around a little bit, but again, it's just more of the vein of the mine itself. Doesn't appear to be anything here. Have you seen any of our brethren about on the upper levels?
Yeah, the other foreman, bollocks. Dundle? Or is that's the name of the mining facilities, right?
I have to go back and look too. Give me a second.
Hold on.
His name is Dundle Earthhorn.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So.
he was the assistant foreman.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he sent us down here. Him and a few others are barricaded behind a door right now.
Good. Then they followed the protocol. Then, if you don't mind, I'd like to help our brethren get to the top side to them. I assume you can handle what's left here.
Yep.
So
Move the
he.
bodies.
So
Back
he,
here.
he gathers the rest of the dwarves, and some of them are having to help the others just because of how weak they are, and they start to make their way back to the tunnels from which you came. Okay, who's looting? Who's looking around? Who's checking out bodies and corpses?
Bodies.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me an ogre ear.
Okay, so you can go over and cut off the ear of the ogre that smashed you.
Can I search the bodies of the commander?
Yeah, so everybody who's... Let's do this. I'll tell you what everybody found on the different orc bodies collectively. You can decide distribution. But there's those of you who are searching as well, roll an investigation check.
I'd be Vibrant's gonna be unchaining or helping get any of the dwarfs that are potentially need a hand, trying to get them up to their feet and get them moving towards the exit.
Okay, so you're doing that.
15.
15. Who else is looking?
Well,
I got a 2.
Ooh.
2.
I got
Ian,
a 12.
okay, Ian, what are you doing? Are you investigating? Or are you helping?
I'm all looking. Everybody's looking. What the hell? 12 and 13.
13. And Durst, are you helping or are you looking? What are you doing?
I'm just cutting ears off.
You're cutting
And
yours. Okay.
Fletch got so low that she's just gonna help Vibrant with everybody and see how everybody's doing. And obviously being a little bit too close, but you know,
So
she's helping.
So amongst all the bodies, the group finds collectively 750 copper pieces, 180 silver pieces, and 60 gold pieces. In addition, and this is in order of the investigation rolls, Deimos, you got the highest roll. So you found on the orc commander a vial. And within it, there appears to be a transparent liquid and what looks like a fragment of a nail, like a fingernail or a toenail or something.
Gross.
Yes.
Use
I'll
the battle music.
put it in my pack and I'll have like I'll take it to like an apothecary or something like that.
Okay. So put this mysterious potion aside. We'll
Yeah.
we'll help you with the identification in a bit. And then Bog, when you were looking around and when you went over to the ogre as you're cutting off as Duros is cutting off his ear, you found a large worn pouch that the ogre had. Within it is a number of rocks of various sizes, and all of them have been rolled kind of perfectly smooth and round. It almost looks like this was the ogre's, almost like trinket, keepsake kind of pouch. And apparently he was an aficionado of rocks, I guess, would be the best way to put it. This was his rock collection.
Ray, it was 750 copper, 150 silver. What was the last one?
It was
60 gold.
Silver.
180. One person at a time. Let me speak. 180 silver. Sorry, it's just we're talking over each other. And 60 gold pieces. And that was collectively what the party found searching. So you guys can decide how you want to distribute that.
I've already done the math if you want to know what it is divided by 7.
Surely.
107 copper each, 25 silver each, and 8.5 gold each. I don't know how you want to do the 8.5.
I'll take 8, but I won't take the 0.5. That can go to somewhere else.
88, and we'll just, I don't know.
And keep in mind, 0.5 gold is 5 silver. So.
Oh, then I'll tack that on to that then. That
Yeah, I'll
makes
do
Alright.
that too.
And that's what you find amongst the corpses in the chamber. What would you like to do next? The dwarves have, with Vibrant's assistance and Fletch and others that have, they've made their way out of the room now and starting to head topside.
What was
the 40 pounds of gold we are going to split for engaging in this adventure is 5.7 pounds each, and 1 pound of gold equals 50 gold pieces. So we each got near 300 gold pieces each out of.
You haven't collected that yet.
Or about to.
No, that's not. By the way, this is not foreshadowing. I'm just saying you haven't gotten it yet. So just Bog, I think you had a question. I'm sorry.
What was the foreman's name? The actual foreman we found down here?
Vonbin, Vonbin, Silverstone.
Stomperstone?
Silverstone. Like the metal. Like the metal, yeah. Oh, I guess I can stop the orc battle on the side here. Hold on 1 second. I will eventually get used to DJing this. Let's do mind tunnels. Okay. So, what would you guys like to do next?
I guess if the place.
Well, my bounty, I'll escort the dwarves back to their encampment, I guess.
We did the job. It's time to get paid.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's nothing else down here. Vibrant, when he was getting people up and all that, did he notice any loose fragments of gold on the ground?
Roll an investigation check.
Can I help with that? Am I muted?
Start pocketing chunks of gold.
Well, this isn't really. I'll explain in a second. So I got a 17.
17. Okay.
I have a 20.
Okay.
I'm helping.
So
as I was helping them, if I find anything, just let me know. Yeah.
So interestingly enough, and you guys were you were the first one to even ask about the presence of gold in this part of the gold mine. They were collecting ore and putting it into some of these wheelbarrows. So in the process of kind of helping them free from their chains and moving them out, as you glance into the barrels, you would estimate there's probably about 67 pounds of gold between the two wheelbarrows that's just been kind of collected so far.
Okay, so you can play this however many you think Taylor would snag and put in my pouch without me knowing.
Can you do a sleight?
Helping.
Can you do a sleight of hand check for me?
Yeah, sleight of hand. He gets a 19 on sleight of hand, and my perception's low, so I was focused on helping everyone else.
I'd say just because of the size of them, he's able to swipe 2 quickly before.
Okay, so I got 2 hunks of gold.
What about me? I'm helping.
Do you want to try to swipe some as well? Keep in mind, this is not your bounty. Okay, so go ahead and give me a sleight of hands check as well. And by the way, so
wait a minute, we have to do sleight of hand. There's no one else down there.
Well,
this was while we were helping.
Yeah, this is while they're helping the dwarves out. So
Taylor has a bad habit that I've been trying to correct.
I got 11.
You got 11. You're able to get 1 piece, 1 pound, one nugget out of it, and we're going to say for the purposes of this that each one that they got is worth 1 pound. We'll just keep it simple. And so you were able to get 1 before one of the dwarves kind of looks at you, like almost quizzically, like you're stealing from us, really, but he's too exhausted to really care at this point, so lets it pass. But you feel a little guilty now about but you got 1 and you're like, oh, I got my shiny, so you're happy.
Like I said, I'm unaware. I have gold in my bag apparently. I'm going to find that later and have a discussion with the tail.
So you guys venture back to the top of the tunnel. Let me get over to that. Sorry. And you follow the dwarves up into the main chamber, and you watch as they reunite. Vomble and Dundle, no relation. Hug each other. The other dwarves kind of hug each other. You see that the one that's missing the leg now has kind of a makeshift crutch, and he's able to hobble out, and say hello to his brethren. And it's a nice little bit of reunion for the dwarves that are left. So you had the 6 that you saved plus the 4, and these 10, or in the case of the one missing a leg, 9 3/4, of the dwarves are the ones that have survived this orc assault. Von Bin approaches you after the pleasantries. I understand that we've made an arrangement with you.
Yes.
And we are of our... Yes.
That is correct.
And we dwarves keep our word, and you've earned every pound of this. And he motions over for Dundle, who comes forward with several sacks of what you would assume is gold ore, and he brings it over, and they place it down in front of you. As promised, 40 pounds of gold. The sacks are closed, by the way, but they're on the ground.
Yeah, I would like to open one and check it just to be sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so each of you...
Get to the front.
So Deimos, you and Ian both kind of go down and open. And
Yeah, I push to the front, and I take my spear, and I jab open the sides of one of the sacks, and pull it out to see what falls out.
So
you could just untie it.
Too late.
Gold everywhere.
Yeah, so too late. So Ian, you open one. Deimos, you come up and jab at one with your spear. They're burlap sacks, very rough construction. The spear gets enough that it can kind of tear and break. It doesn't open fully because these are made to last. And you see the glint of gold appearing from the sack. I understand that some of you might have trust issues, but I can assure you it's all there. And we thank you.
So how many? There's 7 sacks, or is it split up evenly, or is it?
Yeah, they basically
like,
brought
how
out.
many sacks?
They brought out 4 10-pound sacks.
Okay.
It was several, but 4 10-pound sacks.
Yeah.
For the sake of argument, can we just say they brought out 7 equally weighed sacks, so we each just get to carry one and walk out and not have to screw around with this?
Sure, fine. I don't care. I mean, ultimately, at
logistics at this point.
Yeah, at the end of the day, so I don't really factor an encumbrance in mine because it just slows everything down. I got tired of that in 2E. So 40 pounds of gold would roughly equate to 2,000 gold pieces. So if it's easier for you to just assume the value, we will say that once you get to some place where you can convert this into actual coinage, that's what everybody would get, is the breakup of the 2,000.
Sounds good.
So it's basically 285 each.
Once we offload, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now, just 40 pounds of gold ore.
Correct.
But eventually it'll be 85 each.
Yeah, so for purposes of distribution, you got it, but to Vibrant's point, you'll have to get somewhere that you can...
Okay, all right.
And keep in mind that the places that would have it would have to be at least a settlement or a town. It's not, if you just come up to like a hermit shack selling some spoony barred utensils, you're probably not going to get that money out of it. So, thank you for all of your assistance, and we're also going to send word to the Darkstone Minerals Mining Company in Neverwinter of your deeds, and maybe they can call upon you again if they need it. Should we tell them, like, do you have a name for your troop?
The Revengers.
No.
No?
As long as the price is right, they'll return.
At the Revengers?
Are you?
No, that sounds like something Spoony would write. Sorry, Ian.
So if you don't have a name, then is there a place that we can tell them to find you?
Wait. Hang on. We're working on it. I'm a quick study. We can come up with a name. Hang on. Bring it in, everybody. Bring it in.
You got there, Buck.
No, I don't know. I mean, there's 7 of us. So I don't know if you want to do a number thing or, I don't know, if you just want to call us
Bloody 7
something or...
I'm staying out of this. You guys decide.
First time
The
The Band of 7.
first time I've actually been hanging out. In
Magnificent Seven? Are you going there? Are you really going there?
Oh, wait a minute. Well, and I actually been meaning to ask why you guys are after yours. But since we all kind of got together, yeah, of course, we're looking for a dragon or two. We could call ourselves maybe something like the Dragon Slayers, even though technically we haven't slayed or even seen one yet. Maybe the Dragon Hunters, or I don't know.
Dragon Slayers puts fear that we have slay dragons. It's like we're saying that we've done it, we haven't done it yet. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay,
Doesn't
then
bother me.
how about the kind of Dragon Slayers?
The story of the Dragon
Yes.
Slayers who kind of haven't already killed a dragon just yet. We'll
No Dragon Slayers?
I say to the dwarves,
I'm good with Dragon Slayers.
Everybody, let's just use the dragon
Bring
and
the
the
deeds undone.
seekers as a placeholder. Yeah, we can do that for now.
So the dragon slayers then.
No, seekers.
Dragon seekers.
Dragon
Yeah.
Seekers for hire.
That has a ring to it.
Dragon seekers or dragon seekers for hire.
Dragon Seekers.
We send people on an adventure to seek out the dragons and slay them.
Okay. So dragon seekers.
You might want to slay them. I don't want to slay them.
We'll tell them the dragon seekers saved us.
Yes.
That's fine.
Well, dragon seekers, thank you so much again, and you have your payments, and I believe we also promised you safe passage through the remainder of the mine. Though I think you can guarantee your own safety, but we can give you the direction to the other side, which should put you into the Sword Mountains.
All right.
Agreed.
Place to be.
Before you go, do you need more time to rest? We can, give you a place of lodging.
I've burnt out a lot of spell slots, but I'm
Yeah,
not
we
there.
could probably
Bob would like to rest.
Yeah, resting sounds good.
I
I got some hit points to get back.
So the dwarves, they actually end up taking you back to the room, Duros and Fletch, that you had found with the cots. They offer you that place for your own rest and evening. They'll find other places to lodge while they kind of recover what's going on with the mine itself. They also have some tunnels to clear based on the collapse. So you have that room for a long rest. The dwarves continue to maintain the rest of the mine, recover all your hit points, recover your spell slots, and with that also, you can elevate yourselves to level 4.
Oh boy.
Yay, more hit points.
Yay, new spells.
So we're gonna go ahead and let's do this. We'll do the hit die roll now live, and you guys can put that wherever. The spells and everything, you can make an adjustment on your spell sheets in the off time. We're gonna conclude the adventure as soon as we do this part, and we'll pick up at the next session with finally getting out of the goddamn mine and moving into the Sword Mountains. So let's do the hit die rolls.
Do I want to roll it or do I take the average? This is the dilemma of life.
Yeah, you've got your choices, guys. So you can either take the average of the roll or you can roll the die. The only thing is if you do roll a 1, I allow you to re-roll the 1 time because rolling a 1 sucks.
Okay, see that kind of makes me more willing to kind of roll it because I didn't want to get a 1, but then I'm committed at that point.
We were rolling a D8, right?
Well, you are.
Yes.
Yeah. Am I? What am I rolling?
All right, screw it. Here we go. All right, hey, I got average. I got a 4.
Okay, add that to your hit points. Don't forget Constitution modifier too. So.
Well, I got 4 on the die.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Well, I don't know what yours is. So, right, it says hit dice is 4d8, and then I get plus 8
So
Constitution.
it's a D8.
Yeah, it's just the D8. So when you're gaining level, you're going to roll the one hit die,
Number.
and then you'll add your Constitution modifier to that, and that's the total hit points increase that you'll get for the level.
Well, rolled a one, so let's that.
If you rolled a 1, re-roll that. The first, yeah.
So I got a 7, so plus my Constitution, so that's 1, so that's 8.
Okay, nice roll. And you can decide, Jay, if you want to roll for Leslie, if you want to just let Leslie roll and just update the sheet.
I'll let her roll for herself.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Marriages have failed for less.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled 1d8 and I got 6, and then I
Add your Constitution. Yep.
plus 8.
Yeah, 6
14.
plus 2. Yeah, so you rolled a 6, right? Plus 2 for your con, so 8. So add your 8 to your overall hit points, and that's your new max hit point
Right.
total.
I don't know what to do.
You don't know what to do.
What's your? It's like when we did in Star Wars just yesterday. You take your hit dice and just roll one.
Yeah, so
But I took the average.
Well, you take the average. Yeah. What's yours? Yours is
But it says
D10,
my
right?
hit die is 4d10.
All right, so it's a D10. So half of that round up, you're a 6 average.
Yeah.
So you can take the 6 and just add your Constitution modifier to that, or you can roll it.
I'm
Roll a
gonna
D10.
roll it. I'm
There you
rolling.
go.
That was a bad call. All right.
Four choices.
I got a 2.
Oh,
2 plus 1, so add 3 to your hit points. Yeah. And
I'm
next,
taking the average.
and next time, don't
It's
listen to your
bad.
friends. Okay, Bog. So go ahead and update accordingly. And Ian, are you good or?
Yeah, I rolled 7 plus 2 is my modifier, so I got 9 total.
Nice. So update your max hit points on D&D Beyond. You can also go ahead and increase your levels. That should unlock some of your spells. I'll go back through this week and look at the character sheets, make sure everything's been adjusted accordingly. Duros, I know I need to add that flaming oil onto yours as well. So we'll get something on for that. And we'll pick up, not next week, but the following week, with you guys exiting the mine and beginning your foray into the Sword Mountains. And I've got some interesting, we're actually going to do some group skill checks as you try to navigate through the mountainous terrain and see if you can do that safely. It's going to get cold really, really quick. Okay, and so that's it for this session. We'll also be back next week for the Tales from the Wander Inn. We had a lot of fun with Bog and Ian last week. We'll see who amongst this illustrious crew will join us next week. But it's fun, just, coffee talk, beer talk, whatever, and we talk about Dungeons & Dragons and the campaign and the story. So until next